I just have to double check it. It should be. Yep. We're coming to you live, baby. All right, let me send it out to people and get some heads in here so people can ask you more questions. You know what I mean?
More questions about...
Oh, shit. That's how, right? You got to go like this? How the fuck did I do this? This is the part. How do I send this to people? You want to talk to the? I think we're live right now.
Want me to talk to our live studio audience?
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? If you're in the chat, make some noise, dog. Say something in the chat if you're in the chat.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people in the chat.
Okay. There we go. Hey. The Ravens suck.
This is our, there you go. This is our football preview. We're doing previews and odds. I'm just trying to send this out to the people. So you can watch on the live stream. Live stream this week happening on Tuesday.
I would just like all the media and all the people who keep saying that the Ravens are Super Bowl favorites to stop. Because I see that as a Ravens fan, right? I see that coming into the season, and then I'm like, no, we're not. Stop gassing us up, because once we fail expectations, which we will, it's not even I think I will. We will. Like, we just suck, as we're seeing. We can't beat good teams in close games. Shit, we can't beat them when we're blowing them out. So, you know what I mean? We're just not a Super Bowl contender. I saw people being like, Eagles, Ravens, Super Bowl. And I'm like, yeah, half of that might happen. I know which half will not happen. The other half might happen.
Yeah.
But the other half won't.
Eagles, Ravens?
Yeah, it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
No, you got a better chance for, what the fuck? You got a better chance for fucking Eagles, Bills.
You got a better chance for Eagles, Bills. You always have a better chance for Eagles, Chiefs.
Yeah.
You always...
Very solid.
Shit, you have a better chance for Eagles, fucking Chargers, bro. The way they're looking.
The Chargers look good.
For Eagles, Colts.
You know what's crazy?
I'm not wrong.
I agree with everything you just said. The Ravens do suck.
And like,
they're trash.
I'm not even joking. I think the Colts have a better chance of making the Super Bowl than us.
The Colts, here's the difference between well, there's a couple differences between your team, right, and all those other teams that you mentioned, which you know. But first off, it's this year specifically, it's the fact that you guys have no defense.
Not at all.
Like, oh my God, like the no defense thing is crazy.
Don't let the Cleveland Browns being atrocious on offense fool you that they can stop anybody.
Yeah.
The Browns are just the worst offense ever created.
Mm-hmm. And they still had their season point high total on y'all.
What was it, like 17?
Yep.
Bro, we're pathetic, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Our defense sucks. Our second best player fumbles every play, every game, and our coach doesn't adjust. So Lamar can be a 3-time MVP if that were to happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. People were having him in MVP discussions. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. It's gonna be somebody else. I don't know who. I'm not gonna give it to anybody yet, but don't think it's gonna be Lamar. But you know, as a fan of the team, it's not even that. It's not even like I'm mad. It's like I just understand what we are, and I don't like that people keep propping us up because I know what we're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand. It's one of those things where you watch the team, and this is kind of why I'm on this journey. I'm driving myself crazy, trying to, you know what I mean, watch as many games as I can because I want to feel more connected to the football community.
Yeah.
And I feel like one thing that happened was my friend Dez, I sent him a Panthers one. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I already know it's about to be something stupid.
No, it's not.
Oh.
You don't know that. What he said was, I was doing one of the games. I was doing the Panthers one. And it was the one where I had the thumbnail calling Bryce Young trash.
Yeah.
Still one of our best videos, too, by the way, because it's just fucking hilarious.
Okay.
But he made a fair point in that, all right, like, I expected you to talk about the game, but you were just talking about stats and gave no insight to what was actually happening. Very fair.
Valid point.
Because I didn't watch the game. I'm just talking about stats. And that's what a lot of people do. Yeah. And that just shouldn't happen. Like, this is the
problem with sports
like,
media as a whole.
It is the problem with sports media. Stephen A. Smith doesn't even watch when he's fucking there. So it's like he'll be on the phone doing other shit.
Hey, the NBA on TNT crew, Shaq and Barkley and
Facts.
Them, bro, they be right there.
Here's the difference. They say it. They're like, yeah, I'm not watching this shit right now. I'm watching hockey. Like, that's why we love them. They're upfront and honest. There are other people who, you know what I mean? They have a team of people telling them things. I wanted to go out there into the world and watch these games. And by the way, condensed football games, my favorite way to watch them. My favorite way. It's 38 to 42 minutes. No commercials. Fucking you sit there, you look, you get none of the fluff. Sometimes you can still zone out. So like, all right, well, they're just gonna, what are they doing? Oh, they're just running regular ass plays to get 3 yards. Cool. You know what I mean? Chill times.
Yeah.
The only thing you don't get is obviously like replays. Some things you just have to know. Like they didn't show a replay of it, but I saw like when Connor went out, and I was like, that's when he got hurt because that looked crazy. Yeah. But it's because they kept. This is why you watch the games. They continued to run James Conner up the middle on 3rd and 1, like every time, which it sounds like a good idea in theory if it wasn't real life with real people. And they used James Conner like one time, like 4 straight plays, and he's 33. So
damn, he's 33.
I think he's pretty old, dude. I think he's 32, 33. James Conner's been around since we were in like high school.
Yeah, I remember he had the whole cancer thing going on with the Steelers, so I know, I know he's definitely been around.
I didn't even know that. I just knew him because he's the guy who took Le'Veon Bell's spot.
Nah, there was like a big story.
He's 30, so he's not 33.
And like when his first couple of years, then he beat it. So it was, obviously that was a big story, and shout out to him. But yeah, he definitely. And he's had some injuries as well along his career. So, when he tore his ACL or whatever happened to him, then it was just like, damn, yeah, he's just had an unfortunate career so far. But I mean, he's had some good years, but injuries definitely have caught up to him for sure.
I kind of see him as almost an overachiever. That's interesting you see him like that, because I've seen him as like a backup. And
oh no, he's definitely an overachiever. I don't want that man beat cancer. Like, at that point alone, he's an overachiever. So, you know what I mean? I was just saying, like, he's had his great years for sure, but the injuries are catching up to him. And he's older, so I don't know how well he'll be able to recover.
I'm disconnecting. I have to disconnect. I'm sorry. I made a trade in Premiere, and they keep talking to me. So, shout out.
That's all good.
Yeah. I traded a cornerback for wide receivers because they don't have defense in that game because, yeah.
There you go.
So we're going to start. We are going to get to our previews, Week 4 previews. We have been doing this for every game since the start of the season. The one thing I'm very proud about is that we've done this for every single game, so we've actually been keeping track. One thing that we do as well is we double up some of them, so we'll do a lock of the week, which will be at the end, in which we get double points, but we'll only do that once. So far, me and Tony tied, locked up 25 and 29 each. We're not losing you too much money, and we're adding entertainment value in the process, So, last week a bad week, 7 and 10. We thought we knew shit, but it's football. You don't know anything. Laughed at the Browns, wrong. Laughed at the Jets, wrong.
You know what? I've learned to stop laughing at teams because the teams aren't stupid. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
No, some of the teams are fucking stupid, but
but I'm also the problem.
Yes.
Because I feel like I know which teams suck and which teams are dumb, and then I laugh.
Yeah.
And then I get that very same one wrong each time.
This is why football's fun. It's all a learning process, It is.
I'm going to stop talking shit on these teams.
Yeah, I'm going to stop believing in the Ravens. We're going to start that now. That's my biggest mistake.
Man, I wanted you to keep believing.
Fuck no. I've seen what I needed to see. So, Oh, yeah. Seahawks, Cardinals, we're going to start off with. Even spread this game. The Seahawks coming off of a shellacking of the Saints. Beat them 48-10. Great special teams plays. They got a punt return touchdown, I believe, and then a blocked punt as well, then a kick return to the 40. Sam Darnold was cool. JSN and him really got a connection, doing a lot of rollouts and everything like that. Cardinals just played in the bloodbath with the 49ers, in which they lost by 1 point, losing to Mac Jones and them. Last second drive, they actually took the lead off of a safety. I was like, how the fuck they took the lead off of a safety? Their D-line, crazy against them. Josh Sweat, I forgot he's on that team. It is a crazy defense. I honestly didn't think the game was going to play how it played, but it was a very defensive team. The Cardinals got dudes over there, but they also have Kyler Murray, who's kind of an idiot, and Marvin Harrison can't catch. So, Tony, Seahawks, Cardinals, even spread. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Seattle. I just believe in Seattle a little more as a team. They had their big win over the Steelers, and then they beat the fuck out of the Saints. But I said I'm not going to disrespect teams, but,
no more Saints disrespect. We gotta disrespect some.
I think they're fair. I don't think they're gonna prove me wrong. They suck.
Yeah. They have sucked up to this point, for sure. I was a Saints defender.
Yeah,
I convinced you to walk down the 7.5 road. Dumb.
Hey, look, I convinced myself.
Dude, I just saw one of the spreads. That's fucking crazy. I don't know where I'm going with that one.
Oh, yeah.
It would be disrespectful to either team not to pick them. But
that's what that was another one. I was like, God damn.
That's crazy. That's fucked up, dude.
That's how they feel about them.
They were right. They're doubling down. Like, you want to try us again? I don't. I'm sorry. Let's stick with the fucking Seahawks, Cardinals. Oh my gosh. It's funny because we don't even look at these before we do them. I can't. I'm just gonna. There's a certain point when this is going to get interesting because am I trying to get it right or am I trying not to lose and make myself mad? I'm picking the Seahawks. I'm not going to – I've gotten my lucky breaks with the Cardinals. I'm not sticking on that train. They barely lost, and that's as close as they're going to get, in my opinion. And the Seahawks actually look good. You know what the Cardinals haven't done this year? Look good. They've won games. They've never looked good. I personally poo-pooed it, but they did win by 2 touchdowns on the Steelers.
The Panthers, and they beat the Saints.
And they beat the Saints. The Panthers might. Hey, look, the Panthers just won by 30, so we can't even laugh about that. So a win's a win, right?
A win's a win.
Their defense is really good. It's gonna be a physical, tight game.
Seahawks.
And yeah, the Seahawks defense is good as well.
Special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Even their special teams. I really think special teams is way more important than people
Yeah.
I feel like people know it, but they don't know it.
No, I'm figuring it out, dude. The Seahawks special teams won them that game, and honestly, I did more research. Their special teams coach, this is gonna fuck you up. Jim Harbaugh's son.
Ah, damn. There you go.
Yeah.
We know John Harbaugh was a special teams coach.
Yep.
That's why. That was what we were best at for a while. But
Bro, watching that special teams, bro, just give them a job. If you're just going to give them all a job. It was crazy, bro. They got a punt return touchdown, a blocked punt, and then a kick return.
Yeah.
They did it in 3 different areas. I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
The Saints were trying to do their little, we're not going to fucking lose, and the Seahawks were like, fuck it, we're going to fuck you up with special teams.
Yeah.
And it was 7-0, and then they got the punt return, and then the block led to a touchdown. And then the kick return led to a touchdown. They got the ball to 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna if both teams are kind of equally in terms of offense and defense, even though I do think the Seahawks are better on offense as well. But if they're close enough, I do believe that the Seahawks have a much better special team.
Something bubbling as well with the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison dropped an easy pass down the field. He dropped 2, but one was super duper fucking easy.
Yeah, one was I could.
One was going to be a crazy play. The ball wasn't even going to him on the one, and it was also watching it was pass interference too, so it didn't actually cost them anything.
Okay.
So it's like there was a guy behind it who got grabbed, and that was the pass interference, and he actually went and just. This is the thing bubbling.
Watch the game.
This is the thing bubbling. Cardinals offensive coordinator, is he an idiot?
Might be.
Every third down, 3rd and 1, they just went straight in the middle. This is why James Conner is hurt. By the way, James Conner's out as well. James Conner was their offense.
Yeah.
He was their entire offense.
Had him on fantasy.
And I think one thing that the offensive coordinator did is he's trying to go more under center for James Conner. That was the goal.
Yeah.
And you've seen kind of just tell Kyler, like, take a back seat. That was a wild thing to do with James Conner. James Conner's older. Like, he's 30. Like, you can do that with, like the Browns are doing that with Judkins. And we'll see if they keep trying to do it with Trey Benson. But that's why Trey Benson was there to be the backup, to be used. Like, one thing I'm watching when realizing you got to use your backup running backs a little bit. Like, the Eagles, they use theirs more than people think, for specifically passing the ball. Like, you can't, they'll use Saquon to run, sure, but Saquon's also proven that he can do that. And Saquon can get you a 70-yard touchdown. Most of these guys aren't going to do that. So you're just running him into a wall. You got to switch up the guy you're using to batter the ram.
Yeah, that's why, like, when the Zeke and Tony Pollard duo was together, like, Tony Pollard was really eating because he was on the backup. Now, he still does fine for the Titans, but he was, like, really cooking when he was, the backup.
Yeah.
And then, like...
but he was the backup to Zeke, so it was a different pace. Trey could have done that.
Jalen Warren and
Najee. Honestly, Jalen Warren's doing his thing this year. Jalen Warren's actually better this year. He's the starter, and they're using Gainwell as that second guy. Yeah. But Gainwell's kind of a better version of Najee Harris.
There you go.
And he is, as an Eagles fan. Like, I think, yeah. I watched him enough to say, yeah. He scored a touchdown for him last week. Anyway, so yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks. I think they're going to win this game, even though it is at Arizona. I think that the offensive coordinator questions are there. Their offense has sputtered all year. The Panthers' defense might be good. They got a shutout last week. I do have to say that. But it's just something to where at any moment, and I've seen the Seahawks look good too. That's the other part of this. I've seen the Seahawks really, like, offensively, like, get it together. They can't really run the ball, but they can throw. And I think the Cardinals have a bunch of injured cornerbacks, if I remember correctly. But that bubbling thing with the O-line, I think that's going to be a problem. And at any time, because it's all about the quarterback. We know that. Kyler can be an idiot. He hasn't done it yet, which makes me think. And they lost now. So when you do it and you're winning, it's fine. Now they've lost the game. And they've had moments, by the way. People have had drop picks. I think there was a drop pick last week. But the 49ers defense is really good. But the Seahawks defense is also really fucking good. And they're better at cornerback. I think this is a week we see the Kyler game. I think this is when we see it.
Really good cornerbacks.
No James Conner to lean on. That means you got to rely on Kyler more. Trey Benson. Then if they don't want to use Trey Benson, when Trey Benson gets in, they're not going to want to use his backup. Offensive coordinator questions. They don't do a lot of motioning. They don't give Kyler a lot of easy plays. I think this is the week you see it. Kyler tossing some picks. Yeah. I rode with him last week,
And he won because of it.
I did win because of it, but I just feel it. But they lost. So
they did lose.
Next up, Vikings-Steelers. Vikings going to Pittsburgh after a big win, a shellacking. Who the fuck did they beat? The Bengals 48-10, smoked them. Isaiah Rodgers had the greatest defensive game of all time in the regular season. Yeah, but like literally he did. Interception return for a touchdown, fumble recovery for a touchdown, forced the fumble that he got. He like just took it and then grabbed it and then ran 60 yards for a touchdown. Oh no, it was crazier watching it than the stats. Like I know what's gonna happen, and then it happened because you're like zone out or whatever, and you're like, wait, what the fuck did he just do? Then if they don't show the replay, you look at the replay and you're like, wait, no, he really tackled him, grabbed the ball, it hit the ground for a second, he scooped the ball up and was gone. He did the everything. The tackle, the fumble, the recovery, the touchdown. This was after he had the interception return for a touchdown, which Jake Browning just threw it right to him because it's Jake Browning, and Harrison Smith's underneath. So he's like, all right, I got to throw the ball over there somewhere, so I'm going to throw it right to him. Isaiah was like, thank you, I'll take it off. He also guarded T. Higgins one-on-one with a deflection. Isaiah Rodgers might be we'll see it in another week. And then he forced another fumble.
Best defensive player of the year candidate for sure.
I mean, who else can there be?
I mean, we'll talk about another candidate for sure a little later down the line, but I think right now he's leading.
Yeah, for sure he's leading. After that, if he can, I can't even ask him to replicate that. It was insane.
If he was the best defensive game ever.
Also, Carson Wentz, first game in for J.J. McCarthy, did a whole lot of nothing, and it's fine because you know why? The Vikings, Jordan Mason, really good running back. Then Aaron Jones got hurt. They used their backup Scott, also really good. O'Connell cooking, Flores cooking. Going up against the Steelers, who, even though I lose every time, I pick for them or against them. I don't fucking like this team. Do you know what I had to do before I came on here?
What?
I had to do my recording for every team. The Steelers one, 4 minutes. What the fuck am I gonna say? They don't do anything. Watch the games. No, I watched them not do anything. I actually sat for 40 minutes of my time and watched the Patriots fumble it 5 fucking times and watched the Steelers do nothing. And I know that the Pats defense isn't great. I've seen Geno kind of cook them, and I saw the Dolphins kind of cook them. I'm taking the Vikings. And by the way, 9:30 in Ireland. You're waking this old man up overseas. He already has played the Vikings overseas with the Jets last year. Looked very bad. Had no interest for Flores. Now, can Carson Wentz implode? Maybe, but that running game is very good. And I still don't believe the Steelers' defense is good. The Patriots were inside the 50 all game. They were in the red zone 3 times when they turned it over, maybe 4. I don't know. It was just it was amazing how much it kept happening. I'm like, these guys are just, we'll get to them. But I'm taking the Vikings. I don't think the Vikings are that dumb. I think Jordan Davis is not going to fumble the ball 2 times. And I think that the Vikings defense, we've seen them really put the smackdown on people. Like the Bengals looked competent against the Jags. They couldn't do anything. And it wasn't all Isaiah Rodgers, by the way. Isaiah Rodgers was great. That wasn't the only thing. Their D-line is ridiculous. Harrison Smith is actually in there looking good. They sent him on a blitz, and then he kind of helped with the interception. They got Grenard. Van Ginkel came back.
I saw Chase Browning throw. Like, one of the picks was he threw a pass, and then one of the linebackers took the ball, and then that's how one of the picks happened. So,
they fly, and Flores has them cooking. They'll all-out blitz you. They're going to scream at Rodgers. Not just going to sit there and let him just sit back. They're going to hit him. He's going to get annoyed. It's going to be 9:30, and it's going to be in a different country. So maybe he'll take enough drugs for that to be okay, but I'm not very sure. He won't completely implode because they're still 2-1. I just think that the Vikings are better, and I think that from what I saw, Carson Wentz knows the assignment. He wasn't great. He wasn't even throwing the ball away. He was doing what Carson Wentz does. What do you think he was doing, Tony? After that. No, when he had to throw the ball, but nothing was open.
There's just throwing that bitch right away.
Nope. He doesn't throw the ball away.
He's just taking them sacks.
Taking them sacks.
There you go. Sitting
there, taking them 7-yard losses and letting Flores and special teams and Isaiah Rodgers do what they gotta fucking do.
There you go.
So yeah, give me the Vikings. I like the running game. Jettas, he threw it once to Jettas, and Jettas got like 40 yards. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of all he has to do, isn't it? It's a really good team. So Tony, who you got? Let me mark these down, dude.
Look, picked against him last week. I picked against him with strong disrespect for Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you were talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was. And
you're like, Carson Wentz? You think Carson Wentz is better than Jake Browning? Like, bro, come on,
you know
bro.
What? I should have.
That's ridiculous.
Should have put together.
Yeah.
That Jake Browning did throw 3 interceptions against the Jaguars.
Yes. I told you. I said it live. I'm like, hold up. Once you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. Carson Wentz Like, he'll throw picks, but come on, bro.
See, I already talk shit. So,
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not. You feel me? But
Nah, I want you to do it again.
nah, I can't. No. Nah.
Who are you picking?
I just said it. Minnesota.
Oh, you're taking the Vikings?
Yeah, I said I just disrespected Carson once last week, and I'm not gonna do it again because that lost me a game, and I'm like, I don't. Here's the thing about the Steelers. I think the Steelers are gonna beat every team that they're better than. And I think they're gonna lose to every team they're worse than.
Yeah.
And I think it's like that simple. I don't think anything's gonna surprise me with the Steelers.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I was watching that boring ass game, and I'm like, oh, they're just better than this stupid ass team. They don't even have to do anything. They just stand there. We're the Steelers. All right. I guess that fucking worked. They just get defense off of their colors. I was so confused, dude. They weren't doing anything, and they had no points. I'm like, the team. I wrote it down. I'm like, the Patriots have been inside the 50 three straight times and gotten 0 points. I think it was 4 straight after I wrote it down. 4 straight times. And they didn't score on that drive either. Got no points because I think Drake May threw a pick that time. It was crazy. I was like, guys, just kick a field goal, dude. They would be trembling if you kicked a field goal. That would strike fear in their hearts because then they'd have to kick a field goal. And they'd have to move the ball. I will say, though, Rodgers was clutch. He hit some third downs. He hit the touchdown he threw. It was a tie game, and then he hit a clutch touchdown. But, my God, maybe they hey, look, whatever, man. It is what it is. The Eagles do that shit, too, so it's fine. We're just cooler. We're just cooler about it. I don't know.
It's just Pennsylvania. That's it.
We just don't have Aaron Rodgers. We have Jalen Hurts. I think that's the difference.
There you go.
Commanders taking on the Falcons. Commander Jaden Daniels out. Doesn't matter. Marcus Mariota was in. The Commanders put the smackdown on the Raiders 41-24 last week. Interesting game. They had a big run from, what's his name, McNichols, not the rookie guy, but different guy. The guy who your fantasy league always tells you to pick up, and you're like, I'm not picking up that guy. He averages 6, and then this is the game he gets 12. So there you go. Shout out McNichols. And 4 rushes, 70 yards, a touchdown. And then they had, what's his name? Chris Rodriguez. A lot of running the ball. Mariota was out there. He was running. Now, he did have a classic Mariota play where he ran it for 30. Oh, it was great in real time. Ran it for 30 yards. Juking. He hurdles, and then they strip fumble him. And I'm like, this is why you're Marcus Mariota and not, someone actually good. But he can run that offense. And Deebo Samuel started the game off with a kick return to the 30. Like, Deebo Samuel right now is super locked in for this team. Yeah. And they use him a lot. And they're using him in the Kyle Shanahan, Deebo Samuel ways that they paid him the money and then they kind of walked back using him like that so he wouldn't get hurt. But then you take away what makes him good at what he does, which is this gimmicky offense. But now I have a wide receiver who's actually a running back. So it's just 4 different running backs, basically, is what they have.
Which is obviously, when Jaden comes back, it's going to be the same vibe.
Mm-hmm. Same, but with a passer.
Yeah, and somebody that won't just try to hurdle somebody and fumble.
Yeah, he'll just slide or just keep running. Going up against the Falcons. Penis. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with this guy? He's gone from fantasy starter, me making thumbnails saying he got robbed, to being like, this guy is the robber. 0 points against the Panthers. He's got Panther fans thinking that their defense is a top 5 unit.
Top 5?
Yeah.
That's what they said, huh?
Yeah, that's what they said. I don't know about all that necessarily. What I do know was penis was very, very bad. Guys, it's bad.
He got benched for being so bad.
It's really bad in Atlanta. There's a couple situations with second-year quarterbacks that are really bad. This is bad because what's making it bad is, first off, I liked him in college. He's a cool college player. Never backed him that much in the pros, but until the penis thing, and I'm like, all right, that's funny and cool.
Yeah.
But comparison, gotta really think. His comparison. Do you know what his comparison is?
You told me.
Tua. He plays just like him.
Not a great player to look at.
Except he's less accurate.
That's not great.
It's really bad. And he's like about half a speed faster. Like if Tua is like 73 speed, he's like 76, 78. I'll give him. He can kind of do something maybe, but you don't really want him to do that. But his accuracy, dreadful. Really bad. He smokes a lot of passes that are open. He has no touch on the football. He throws bullets. This is why I was confused in preseason. I'm like, why exactly are we not getting this guy more reps on the field? Like you need him to. They're dicking around. Like you got to figure out if Penis is good. Like kind of now. You have Bijan, Kyle Pitts is good. Drake London is really good. That defense might be very good. Even though they let 30 to the Panthers, it wasn't their fault. They were fighting in the game, and the dude's just missing every pass. It was awful. And then he's dumb. That's the other problem. So they're down 10-0, right? Struggling, not doing anything. They got the ball in their own 10. Penis is looking. He's looking down the field. He's scanning it. Sees nothing. He goes to the flat to throw it and throws a pick six because there's someone right there.
I saw that. I did see that play.
Awful play. Game over.
He did throw.
Team distraught.
On a screen.
On a screen. So it's really bad. But the thing is, they still have Bijan Robinson. And one thing the Panthers did very well is they stopped Bijan. And I don't know if the Commanders can do that. This is really tough for me to pick, but I don't have to go first. So, Tony, Commanders, Falcons, who you got?
Yeah, I'm not going to make it too difficult. I'm going to pick the Commanders. I believe that the Commanders are a better team. The Falcons have had their good games the first two games, even though the second game, Penix didn't really do anything. He just kind of was there as Bijan carried the way. Also, another stat, I don't know if you mentioned it, the Falcons never got past the 30.
I did not mention it.
They did not get past the 30.
It's hard to move the ball, and your quarterback's airmail and everything.
Yeah, so.
But to be fair, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, so, Washington's defense has been solid, I would say, for the first 3 games of the season. So, obviously they held the Giants to 6 when they first played, and then who'd they play after that? Oh,
they played the Packers.
Okay, the Packers' defense is just generational.
Yeah.
So that's tough, but outside of that, and then the last game, like you just mentioned, they held them. But I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I believe their offense and their defense is better.
I don't think their defense is better than the Falcons. I actually strongly disagree with you. I think the Falcons have a very good defense. The Falcons, they played Baker. Baker had 23 on him. But remember, Baker was looking bad to the point where you were like, what the fuck's going on? He had like 50% of his passes.
He did, yeah.
And Bucky Irving didn't really do anything.
And then, what's it called? J.J. McCarthy looked terrible against them.
Yeah. J.J. McCarthy got benched off of that.
Yeah, just like Penix got benched against the Panthers.
Yeah, pretty much. And last week, I don't think the defense was bad. They just weren't doing anything, running the ball, and then they gave up 7 points. So it looks worse. It looks like 30, but really it was 23.
Yeah.
The defense isn't that bad. The problem is, and I think the Commanders' defense has flaws. I think they have passing game flaws. Like the Packers were just lighting them up down the field. They definitely have weaknesses. The issue is, can Penis hit those throws? I don't think he can. It was so bad. Now, in fairness, the Panthers, they have J.C. Horn, who people think is like the best corner in the league. They got Dante Jackson, who's up there for being one of the best corners. So it's not like a terrible situation. Or it's a very good secondary. But he was like awful. What are you doing? Are you looking up the numbers?
Yeah, I'm curious the stats.
It was bad, dude. Read them out. I think it was like 19 for 37 with like 140 yards.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah. Washington's run defense is good, but their pass defense is horrible. So
they can stop Bijan, and then it's going to be on Penis, and he can't throw. I haven't seen real evidence that he can truly throw. Even in the one game that they were close with the Bucs and I gave him credit, he like gutted it out. He almost clutched up. Remember, they scored a touchdown off a little screen to Bijan.
Yeah.
But
that was the first play.
Again, Bijan is the best player out there, and this is Marcus Mariota. It's week 2 of Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
They're on the road. I actually really like this defense. I do.
No, the defense is really good. I just looked,
The Falcons,
right.
I know.
You're right.
That's why I'm like, I don't know.
The defense is pretty elite.
Like, if Bijan can do anything, this is really crazy. This is going to be whoever scores first. Whoever is going to feel less pressure to throw the football. Because what they have seen with the Falcons, they didn't want to throw the ball if they didn't have to. Like in the Vikings game, they just didn't. I was watching. Dude on my fantasy team, I'm like, oh, they and he can't. So it's kind of both of those things. I think Mariota could look real bad against this defense, and I don't think they're going to have these wide open rushing lanes that they had against who they play, the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders fucking suck.
Yeah.
The Raiders' trenches are awful. I think the Falcons, they put a lot into that. They have 2 edge rushers that they drafted this year, and those guys have been playing very well. They just didn't
already confirmed out for this week as well.
That's true. Let me look at that. Yeah, that'll change it. If Jaden's playing, I assumed he'd be on the bench. Let's look. Day to day, fuck me.
Yeah, that sounds like bro's about to suit right the fuck up.
That shit says day to day 1 day ago. God damn it. Then Quinn confirmed what the I don't know. No one fucking tells us until Thursday, Friday, and we do this on Tuesdays.
They don't tell us till damn near Sunday sometime.
Yeah, that's true. Suffering from a knee sprain, blah, blah, blah. Not expected to be back in the lineup. It's still day to day, taking things step by step, ramping up his workload.
Sounds like a lot of I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard was I don't know a bunch of times.
God damn it, dude. I don't know how they operate in this situation. I'm gonna. I would assume that he would sit, right?
He might sit, he might not sit. If he's day to day, then it's sounding like it isn't.
Do I want to risk it? Do I want to put it on? Okay. Penis is just barely better than Mariota, but Jaden is so much better than Penis. And the Commanders could win, but I think if Jaden plays, I think that there's no chance that the Falcons win. To be honest. Unless he's hampered. Oh, my God. This is tough. I'm going to... This is one of those, I feel like any team I pick is going to be wrong. I really feel like that. I'm so... Fuck it. I'm going with the Falcons.
There you go.
Oh, my God. Who's the better coach? Who's the Falcons' fucking coach? I forget. It's that guy. Quinn. The Raiders, they just played two such ass teams and then one great team. I don't know how good they actually are. The Raiders and the Giants suck, guys. They're so bad.
They do.
But the Falcons played the Bucks close, but they lost. They got blown out by let me pick the
He's had to remember. Yeah, they did.
It's a step-by-step process, you know? I'm thinking about the teams, and I had to think about what just happened. And, oh, yeah, it's been exposed that Duke can't throw. So, and they lost by 30 to the Panthers. 30. So for this week, I actually think they might win this game. I do. I think this is the type of situation where you bounce back from that bullshit. Bijan goes off. That's the concern, is like Bijan going off, really.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's make it interesting. I'm going with the Falcons. I don't
care.
Go. I'm doing it.
Either win or you lose.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
That's how I'm feeling.
That's why you trade Quignon in my league for Amara St. Brown. They're like worried about the cap. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the cap, bro.
There you go.
I got AJ Devontae and Amara.
There you go.
And Saquon. I'm airing that bitch out.
Is that the trade that you just made?
Yeah.
There you go.
They're like, why'd you do that? I'm like, fucking. And they patched out defense. Fuck defense. We like offense. If I can't play defense, I let 48. I'm like, all right, well, Quignon's right here not doing shit, so let me get some points.
Hey, Amon-Ra's pretty good, man.
He's the best receiver on the team, technically. And he's youngest. He's 25. 98 overall. Anyway.
Shit, he's younger than Devontae. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, right? I saw that and I was like, wait, what? That's why I did it. I was like, he's younger than Devontae? It's kind of wild.
Shout out Amon-Ra.
Shout out Amon-Ra. We'll talk about him very soon. Saints, Bills. Oh, you said you weren't going to laugh.
Nah, it's not. I'm not laughing
Yeah.
at the Saints.
You're not?
I'm laughing at the spread.
At the spread. So the Saints, right? The Saints went out last week and they got absolutely shellacked. I believed in them. I believed in Spencer Rattler. We've talked about Spencer Rattler more than any podcast that's not a Saints podcast in the country. I guarantee it. You run the metrics, you run the numbers. We talk about Rattler. We were impressed about how he wouldn't do anything. But then they came out and they did something strange. 4th and 1, they went for it at the 50.
Why they do that?
I don't know. He folded, bro. He folded. I'm like, what? Punt it and be boring and let just slide. Now, to be fair, later when they did punt it, it was a touchdown anyway. But at least just be down 7-0 then. But then they went for it, didn't get it. Oh, and then it just got real bad. The Seahawks drove down the field. Seahawks should have kicked a field goal, except Brian Breeze headbutts a dude. That gave him 15 yards. That led to a touchdown. And then it was everything gone. This guy Horton, Seahawks punt returner, touchdown. Saints blocked punt. They were down 28. They were down 35-3 at one point. There were tweets getting sent out that the Saints are playing like they're trying to raise the murder rate. It was bad.
New Orleans says so. It's crazy.
That's what New Orleans does. Do you remember when they were winning last year? No crime in the state, in the city.
Oh, those 2 games.
No, for 3 weeks. There literally were no murders for 20 days when the Saints had a winning streak, and then they lost and it immediately ended. So stay safe in New Orleans right now, guys. It's dangerous out there.
Jeez, bro. You know what? They said Baltimore's crime has gone down a lot recently.
It's probably going right back up soon. That fucking Lions game. Yo. And then y'all play the Chiefs. Stay safe, Baltimore.
Damn, we about to be 1-3. That 1-3 is gonna be crazy.
Taking on the Bills, Josh Allen and the Bills went out. He was glazed for throwing the ball. By the way, I saw his passing chart because this league posts all of his passing charts. He didn't throw the ball over 15 yards one time, yet he's getting called the greatest quarterback since sliced bread. I know a guy who does that, and then he gets cooked when they win about the same, and we didn't get to play the fucking Dolphins yet. But anyway, Josh Allen, he's a great player. James Cook snapped. That defense stinks, but they're playing the Saints. And I'm supposed to not disrespect the Saints, right? And the spread is -16.5 Bills. I think I go first.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bills. Fuck that. You think I'm going to take the Saints ever again? No. I'll lose every spread before I fucking pick them again. Because you know what I know? I don't know if they're going to lose by a little or lose by a lot. I just know that they're going to lose the game. So we're playing along those margins. You know, there's a part of me that thought, maybe, I don't know, the Saints. I didn't think they were going to win, but I'm like, maybe they could somehow win this game against Seattle. Now I understand. I never thought it seriously, but I thought that was a higher chance than them losing by 40. Now I know that's not true. Now I know that that's not the case. That it's a higher chance for that they lose by 40 than win.
See, here's the real thing about it all.
Yeah.
The Bills, they gonna run that motherfucker up. Oh, they be running the fuck out of the scores, bro. And
if they get to that situation. I was waiting for it against the Dolphins, but they never got to that point. But against the Saints, will they?
Yeah.
They didn't even run it up against the Jets, really. They just kept running the ball. They didn't throw it. James Cook is the running back, so they're just literally running the ball. Now,
James Cook be running the score up, bro.
He does. Shout out James Cook. He got me 30 that week.
Hey, he got me 30 that week. You feel me? We both got 30 from James Cook. Man.
Shout out James Cook, man. He do be running up the fucking score.
I'm saying he's single-handed. Josh Allen had like 11 that week.
Yeah.
James Cook had 30 because he ran the ball. And the Saints suck at everything. So,
Everything.
is there anything?
They were solid stopping the run last week.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bills.
Minus 16.5.
I've just seen the Bills win big. And yeah, I felt dumb. Some other things that I did last week, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just stick to my guts of
we both took the Bills last week and we lost.
Yeah, we did, because they had like a similar thing against the Dolphins.
But you know what it is?
The Dolphins at least have one thing I just learned is that the Dolphins might just not be as bad as I thought they were at first.
Yeah.
I think it's just something else.
Something else is brewing?
Something else developing.
Do you want me to get your love letter for the Colts again? Do you want to read it again soon? We'll get that for you. No, we'll get there in due time. Oh, this is going to be an interesting. Oh no, it's no decision actually. I just looked at the Colts spread. This is going to be easy. I'm going right there with you too. I'm not leaving. You think I'm fucking leaving? Fucking might make up my lock too. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying not to lose, bro. Can't just watch the goats. Anyway, the Bills, yeah, I think they're going to smoke. They're just going to be the best team. But yeah, the Bills, I think they're going to smoke the Saints. The Saints are bad on offense, defense, and special teams. So that's not a great sign. And the Bills, I put out an article saying that their defense sucks. So hopefully that wakes them up, They are capable of stopping offenses. They held the Jets to 3, and the Jets' offense isn't terrible.
Yeah.
They had a lot of points on the Steelers, and even Tyrod put up 20 against the Bucs with them. So,
Yeah.
Although that's just about what the Texans did. The Texans kind of are trash. But we'll get to them in a minute. God damn, that's a tough spread. These are hard. The Bills one, it feels like one of the easier ones because I think the thing that I'm learning about this gambling thing, even though I'm not gambling, it is about the vibes. I won't feel bad if I look up and the Saints lose by 2 touchdowns and I miss it. I'll feel really bad if they lose by 28 again, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna hold this close. Because they're not going to get embarrassed 2 weeks in a while.
Close is definitely a word, but
they kept a couple of those games close early. That was our thought process.
But 17.5. Well, 17 isn't necessarily close.
14 is close-ish compared to what we think is going to happen. Compared to what Vegas and us thinks is going to happen, it's close-ish.
They probably will lose by 14.
They would be thrilled to lose by 10. Ecstatic. Vibes up in New Orleans. Less murders. If they only lose by but what's the path? Do they score 21 like the Dolphins? Can they? I mean, they did score 21 on the 49ers. I don't know. The Bills defense really bad, but I don't care. I don't really give a fuck. And I'll gleefully watch as the Bills win by 10 and I lose. That's okay. That's better than what just happened. I can't do it again. I'm like, bro, 28-3? I believed in y'all. Trash. Garbage. This is tough. This is one of the harder ones of the week, I'm not going to lie. The Browns coming off of a thrilling win at home against Jordan Love. The Packers hating ass. We just got the message from Darnell saying that the Packers said that the Browns are cheating at home by doing fake things when Jordan Love snaps the ball because that's what made him throw that interception. One thing about the Browns, though, they were steady, steadfast, and they did not deviate from the game plan at all. They continued to run the ball even when they were down 10 in the fourth quarter, and that is why they ended up coming from behind, winning the game. Their kicker, who missed the kick against the Bengals, made it. Real great story. The Browns will not lose every game this season. They are going up against,
there you go.
And they might have the best defense in the league. It's just they have Joe Flacco, one of the bottom 3 quarterbacks. But they have
who's his competition?
Who is his competition? Let's see. I'm looking at the list.
So we got Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I think Rattler's better than Flacco.
Okay.
Rattler can move. Bro, Flacco is a complete statue, bro. And he's not accurate. Like, he's really bad. Right now, god damn, I just picked this dude to beat fucking Washington. But penis. Penis is close. Penis can run, though.
A little bit.
A little bit. Bryce can move. Nah, Flacco's the worst. Flacco's the worst quarterback in the NFL. Yeah.
I mean, I think it shows that the Cleveland is probably the worst offense in the league as well.
Yeah. And they have people. They have weapons. I like Judkins. I like Judy is cool. Fanning is nice. And they have the best defense in the league. Like, Myles Garrett is single-handedly taking on triple teams, apparently. And fucking, not even apparently. I watched him take on a double team, win, and get a sack last week. It was crazy. It was nuts. Going up against the Lions, who just defeated the Baltimore Ravens. Monday Night Football made them look silly. Ran for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns on the Ravens. The only thing I can say about this game is that will not happen. Not quite 225.
Yeah, the Browns have like the best rushing defense.
Got the best everything defense.
Yes, for sure. Yes, the passing defense is good too. For sure, really good.
No one's really throwing on them. No one's really run on them. No one scored a lot of points on them. Detroit just scored 38.
Well, we scored 40, so.
You did score 40. Yeah, that could happen. Joe Flacco. I forgot I started tossing them picks and y'all started running it up.
Yeah. What's the spread?
9. Detroit. Who you got, Tony? It's your turn to go first.
That's a good one.
That's a real fucking hard one.
Let me see. Who did Detroit play week 2? The Bears.
The Bears.
Shitty defense. Good defense. They got blown the fuck out. Oh man. Cause they're so heavy on their run game.
I'm walking right there with you, dude.
I'm just gonna do it, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I have to.
All right, I'm picking Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the teams they played, and I'm like, they really did light up bad defenses. And the one time they played a good defense, they looked like shit.
They did look like shit. Now, to be fair, the Packers also were scoring the ball and made them very one-dimensional. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing is Flacco is trash. Yeah. He's really bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if he wasn't that bad, they'd actually have a shot, but
they could win the game, yeah.
They
just keep trotting them out.
I don't know how good this Detroit defense is. That's another thing, but they've let up around 25 every game.
So in Browns terms, that should be like 15.
That should be 15. So can Detroit score 24? Here's the thing with Detroit too. Now, if they get up the fucking 2 touchdowns, they don't give a fuck who's out there. They're running all the trick plays. They're trying to beat you by 40. That's why I'm a little nervous. Yeah. Like there's no back, and the Browns can't score. So there's a very slim chance for a backdoor cover. But I gotta take the Browns. I just think that there's a strong possibility that Goff is just under siege and that they can't run the ball to alleviate that. The Browns' run defense is crazy. You can't really run on them.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see. Then they're going to try. But, my God, I don't know.
Yeah, it just don't seem like they have the personnel for what the Browns' defense offers.
Yeah. Which isn't much. What do they offer exactly? Like, you could try to run around maybe? Is that what you're saying?
They're going to have to try to throw, but you can't really throw because their pass rush is really good, and he can't move.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be they're going to have to try them screens.
They're going to have to get a turnover. And Flacco hasn't done that yet. No, he's done. He did in the Ravens game. And if he does do it, it's going to look like the Ravens game.
Yeah.
Wow, we both took the Browns. Maybe Nell had a point.
Did have a point. I said it.
Yeah.
Once they beat them, I was like, wait. I just saw us score 40 on them. And I know we suck.
Yeah.
And
I saw them lose that Bengals game that they should have won. That affected me too.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. The Lions, They're like you said, they're one of those teams where like if they get up big, they're just going to beat the fuck out of you.
But they also could look bad.
Yeah, and
like the Ravens defense, they have played two of the worst defenses in the league in the Ravens and the Bears. The Ravens and the Bears defenses are both pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. But the one time we saw them play a really good defense, they scored 6.
Yeah.
And they play, and like the Browns did just play the Packers. I don't know if the Packers might have overlooked them, but I don't think they overlooked them. I think they just had them in hell.
Yeah.
This ain't the Saints.
They did not overlook them. You want me to tell you why I know they didn't overlook them?
They said we gonna go undefeated this year.
No, not that. Sis. Why you watch the games, you get these little nuggets. Their coach, what's his name, LaFleur, he came out and said he had 2 lists of plays. One that he could run and one that he could run when Myles Garrett was not on the field.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So he had to take out some of his plays. And Jordan Love was still getting fucked up, dude. It was crazy. I'm like, oh, my God. They're double-teaming him, but now other guys are open because they've spent all their capital on D-line. And they have a linebacker who's really good. And they have Jim Schwartz, so they're going to blitz you too. Old Eagles defensive coordinator, like, who won a Super Bowl. That defense might be the best in the league, but you know, they got the worst quarterback, so you know, it is what it is.
For as long as they do until they
Yeah.
If I talk about the Browns, we just gotta feel me.
You got to
talk about it, man. Until he starts playing.
Then we'll talk about it more. What do you mean? Titans, Texans. Oh boy. Strap up. This is when it gets hard because
that's a fun one.
The Titans went out and got smoked by the greatest team of all time, the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts went out there and won 41-20. Cooked them. Game started off with a Kenny Moore pick 6, and it was just downhill for the Titans ever since. Because how are you going to stop Indiana Jones, Jonathan Taylor, and all those guys? That's what we've been saying all year, right, Tony? What are you supposed to do when it's Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, and Shane Steichen? And fucking Tyler Warren. They have weapons galore. We knew that was an easy game, that they were going to obviously blow out the Titans because they've been blowing out everyone all year.
Yeah.
However, and the Titans have been blown out all year, in fairness.
Yeah.
The only team that play close with the Broncos, who kind of suck. We'll get to them. The Texans are bad. So, and the Texans are actually imploding in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
And, well, quickly the synopsis. Last week they played the Jags.
They did.
This is what's great. It's in there. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep over the last couple of days, but I watched all the games, right? So I got the knowledge. And watching them play the Jags, everyone fucked up. CJ fucked up. He threw a pick. Nico Collins fumbled the ball. And then the left tackle, who isn't Laramie Tunsil, got hit by James Hines-Allen. And that ended up being a pick. That guy, Hines-Allen, what's his name? It's not Josh Hines-Allen. Josh Hines-Allen, sorry.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh, Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
There we go.
It's Hines-Allen, though.
No, we're just going to call him Josh Allen.
All right, so Josh Allen got 2 sacks that game as well. That's why he's the MVP.
Exactly.
But
who the fuck are you talking about? Until he was like Allen. I was like, oh, okay.
That's his name.
Became his name. His name was Josh Allen. So he's still gonna be Josh Allen. That's how he was introduced.
Okay, I got you, man. Anyway, that Texans team stinks. There's a lot going on. They lost to the Bucks in week 2. That's not a bad loss. They lost to somebody week 1, I forget. Rams. We said not a bad loss. Yeah. That offense has scored at its high point 19 points.
Yeah.
9, 19, 10. CJ Stroud, not fast. Offensive line, can't block. Nick Chubb, still getting the ball.
And you know what the Titans do, man?
They
score 20. They score 20.
You know, this is one of the situations. I think I'm going first, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the situations where we're at the point in the season where I just gotta take you who you are. And I can't assume that you're going to be one thing that you're not. And by the way, I didn't even get to the rest of the Texans' problems here. They released C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Howie Roseman, I know you're listening. You're everywhere. I need you to go get C.J. back. Just because. Defense is good. Could be better. Get C.J. It'll help the defense. They can get fucking Adoree Jackson the fuck off the field. Anyway, so C.J. Gardner-Johnson cut because he was complaining about his role in the Texans defense, which the Texans defense has been very good. But that Texans offense last year fired Bobby Slovic, who Texans fans were complaining about. They said their offense was too predictable, that they would doing a lot of stuff that was very easy to see. And their offense did kind of fade toward the end of last year. But they did beat the Chargers, and they went to the division round of the playoffs to just fire the offensive coordinator, who has been with CJ the whole time. Very interesting. Second thing, guy they hired. Never been offensive coordinator before. Looks like he's ass. I'm watching him. It's pretty bad. It's literally all curls, and Nico and CJ go make a play if none of these curls are open. It's curls. It's a tight end flat route. It's a running back flat route or a running back run up the middle, and it's Nico move. There's no motion. There's no creativity. And to be fair to this guy, there's no offensive line anyway. So I don't even know if, that's a problem, but it is a problem because when you trade your left tackle for a second-round pick, your franchise left tackle, second-round pick, and Caleb, Texans fan, tried to tell me, it's because the dude was hurt. Well, now you don't have him at all. And he was like, fuck Tunsil. That would have been holding. We get too many penalties. I'm like, okay, well, your quarterback's getting smoked. So I would take a penalty over this dude getting smacked around. Which last year he had a lot of sacks, but he can't move. God, I think they both suck. And it's a divisional game, and 7. I won't feel bad if the Texans somehow figure it out and win by 10. There's rumors that the Texans are going to run a more high-paced offense against Titans defense. Now, Titans defense, I can't call them trash. They got those picks on Bo Picks. They caught them. They caught the ball. The defense actually kept them in the game. They also did not score 20 against Bo Picks. And it was an 8-point spread. But this team, the Texans, not as good as the Broncos. And I'm scared. But give me the Titans. It's weird. It's really weird in Houston right now. And they really did not play well at all. And the Jags defense, I don't think, is great. And they held them to 10. And it was just nothing. It wasn't like the Patriots 14. They really weren't moving the ball at all. Unless Nico Collins got open. Nico got hurt at the end of that game, actually. Let me see. But, Tony, who you got?
Yeah, I was going to pick the Titans the whole time. I definitely, I kept saying that I just don't believe that the Texans are this bad, but they're just this bad. I picked them twice. I picked them twice off the strength of they're not this bad. And both times I was proven wrong. They're not going to keep proving me wrong. I know the Titans suck, but I don't know if they're a whole touchdown better than the Titans. So,
is this real?
What?
This might not be this season. Let me see. This might not be this year. Nah, 2024. Okay, cool. I thought that was last year. So maybe Nico, I saw him leave the game at some point, but all right. So we both got the Titans. Really different on one so far. I feel like
that's fine.
Fuck it. We'll be wrong together. Panthers, Patriots. Panthers coming off of the biggest. Yeah, it is a hell of a game. Both fan bases looking like, all right, we got them. This is a win. That's how both of them are thinking right now. Panthers coming out there. Biggest win that they've had in their franchise. By biggest win, I mean biggest deficit. 30 points since 2015.
Since Cam Newton's MVP year.
Yeah, crazy. Historic day for the Panthers and Panthers fans. That's why they think they have a top 10 defense. And they're going up against the Patriots, who are just coming off of a game where they lost to the Steelers with 5 turnovers. bad pick by Drake May. 4 fumbles at the goal line. Patriots, who'd they beat this year? They beat the Dolphins once. The Panthers, like we said, just beat the Falcons. But they lost to the Cardinals. And who else? Fucking Panthers lose to? They look bad against somebody. I don't know. I don't remember. He threw a bunch of picks on someone and I called him trash. I don't even remember who they played. It was the Jags. Yeah, you can't do that, dude. So, Panthers, Patriots. Tony, who you got?
What's the spread?
5.5 New England.
Oh, Carolina. See, they both suck. But
yeah.
The Patriots, the Patriots do have a good D-line. Harold Landry, I don't know if he leads the league in sacks. He definitely was up there in the lead in sacks. But, I just think that between the two, I just saw the Panthers shut a division rival out. So, division rivalries always have a little bit different, but I think the Patriots defense is probably a little worse than the Panthers defense, all things considered. If they both gonna suck, I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I'm gonna go with who has the lower spread, because it's probably gonna be like a half out. It's probably gonna be like a 3-point game, and I feel like whoever wins, I'd rather just get the spread right, that the Panthers didn't lose by over 6 points.
Yeah, the Panthers losing to the Patriots by 6 is kind of wild. I can't even lie. We just have no evidence that the Patriots are a good team.
Not at all.
They're a good team in theory.
Are they even in theory?
In theory, what they should be good at is not committing penalties and not turning the ball over. They do both terribly. They commit a lot of penalties and they turn the ball over. So, that was the theory, that you get Mike Vrabel and you get, you know what I mean, some of those things back. They don't have them. Oh my gosh. Yes, 5.5 is just too fucking much, dude. I don't trust the Patriots at all. I just picked them last week. What am I thinking about? I picked them last week. Fucking they suck. They don't suck, but until they put a full fucking game.
Suck.
Yeah, they suck.
That's the barometer. That's the Steelers barometer. If you lose to the Steelers, you suck.
Yeah.
If you beat the Steelers,
that's why they're there. The great equalizer. You might almost not suck. But do you suck? Yes? All right. Then we can't take you -5 against anyone if you're actually bad.
Shout out to the Steelers, man. Yeah. They just put everything into perspective.
Yeah, the great equalizers. They're the midfield of the NFL.
There you go. Literally, that's how you maintain your 9-8 reputation.
Yeah. The Steelers are the plus 45-yard line of the NFL. There you go. Give them slightly better. They're always slightly better. Good field position. Fucking so annoying. Anyway, I hope they get smoked by the Vikings, dude. I really do. I need Rodgers to be upset again, because I didn't even fully watch when he was upset against the Seahawks. I'm just watching them trot around, not do shit. It felt like a waste of time. It was even watching teams be awful, I was like, well, the Saints fucking suck, but at least I learned something. The Steelers, I didn't learn shit. I just sat there and watched them do nothing. I'm like, so you guys aren't going to, nope, we're not going to do shit. We're going to punt, and we're going to give it back to them. And that was the worst thing. They would get a turnover at the 10, punt, and they'd have the ball at the 50. I'm like, guys, you're at the 50. They're at the Mendoza line. They were at the Steelers line, right at the precipice of not being ass. But then the Steelers unasked them. So, can the Panthers do that? I think they can. I think the Panthers can.
At least enough to an extent where they don't lose by 6.
They don't lose by 6. They could lose by 3. They could win. The Panthers could easily win this game.
And that's how you got to pick these spreads. Yeah. Who can win?
Yeah. Chargers, tough, gritty win against the Broncos. Herbert getting smoked all game. The pressure was flying. That game was crazy, though. Both defenses going in. Herbert, what can you say about Justin Herbert? I had my thoughts about the guy. What? Everyone had a Herbert opinion, and I had mine. And I gotta say, through 3 weeks, he's disproving my opinions. Now it's still early, you know. But right now, I think that the dude's in love. I think he's in love with Madison Beer, and I think it's changed his life. You know? Love is a crazy thing, man. It really is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. All you need is love. Love. That throw?
That's the throw of love.
Yeah, that was a love throw. That's the throw that Jordan Love always tries to make.
There you go.
The love throw.
It's just in his name, so
Dude.
he's just, born with it.
Yeah. Taking on the Giants. Giants, fun news. This is how you know. Lumia Sports Podcast, we're making impacts. Let me show you some shit, Tony. I went out there and I went on a limb and I said, you know what? This is coaching malpractice. And what I said was coaching malpractice. It wasn't the easy take of, they should bench Russell Wilson. Kind of, but no. Because I understand why you would play Russell Wilson up to this point. It's the first 3 games. You want to see how trash he is. He fucking sucks. And, you want to give Jackson Dart a couple of games, you know what I mean, of more being in the system. You know what I'm saying? But I crossed the threshold when the Giants played the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. And the Chiefs, I'm not going to lie to you, watching that game, I'm like, this Chiefs team is folding, right?
Yeah, they were ass.
They were really fucking bad. They were throwing the ball backwards. Mahomes looked terrible.
I saw that one play. He did save the hell out of that play. But
he did. It was crazy. But it was a crazy decision to do it. And then he got it back, and I was like, that was a crazy play. And they're like, they're glazing Mahomes. I'm like, nah, he saved a touchdown.
Yeah.
He really did save a touchdown. He did save the game because that would have been the play. And I think they still would have won, but it would have felt like, oh, my God, dude. We had to win on a last-second field goal against the fucking Giants.
That would have been the play that won me my spread.
Yeah. Shout out Okerke. That's the guy who had the ball and then had Mahomes just strip it from him. Shout out that guy. Bobby Okerke.
I was like, they do kind of suck.
They do, and you took them, and then...
Nah, I'm talking about the Chiefs do kind of suck.
They do kind of suck, but they're not...
The Giants, no.
That bad. Well, they're not Russell Wilson bad. That was really the takeaway. It was like the Giants actually, they suck, but my God, dude. This Russ dude, he's awful. They got the ball in the red zone. He would throw picks. That's what lost you the spread. Yeah. Fucking that guy throwing interceptions in the fucking red zone. Yeah. Having no speed or awareness.
Didn't he learn that from 12 years ago?
No. He never learned it. But something happened on Tuesday, and I released the episode dropping the ball.
Dropping the ball.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but dropping day ball.
Yes.
But it's the ball. Great thumbnail. Go check that video out. And what it explains, you might not even have to, because I'm going to explain it to you right now, because I'm a good guy. What it explains is that even though through those first games it wouldn't have been malpractice, not playing Dart at this point would have been malpractice. They couldn't even go Winston. By the way, they're starting Jackson Dart. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
They couldn't go Jameis Winston because of what they did on Sunday night. It was appalling. I was mad for Giants fans. And this is what they did. They had drives, and they would just put Jackson Dart in for a play. And then the play would work. And then they'd take him off the field.
The old Jalen Hurts.
The old Jalen Hurts. And they actually got down to like the 5 fucking yard line doing it. And then put Russell Wilson and he tried to run. He got tackled. They ended up not scoring on the drive.
Oh, not even a field goal.
Not even a field goal.
What the hell happened?
I don't remember. Did he throw a pick? I don't think he threw a pick at some point. I think they just went for 4th down and didn't get it because they were down 10 in the 4th quarter. They could have got the field goal, but fuck your spread, cuz. So, Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that simple. When the team looks alive, when a player comes in, then you roll with said player.
Yeah. But the reason would have been malpractice, and he didn't do it. So shout out to Dayball. It would have been a tactic to delay playing him to keep your job. At that point, you're now teasing the fan base. If you would have put him out there and then played Winston after you show everyone who everyone wants to see. By the way, second highest YouTube that we have so far up to this point was me posting about a Jackson Dart preseason performance.
New
York. Not just New York, though. I've posted other Giants vids. Jackson Dart specifically. They want that. They are eating up Jackson Dart content. They want this guy. You know? And we'll see if he can eat some dubs, man. But it's not going to happen this week. Give me the Chargers -6.5. That's pretty easy. Although I do think that the Chargers, there's something to it, but that defense for the Chargers is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really good. They're top 10.
It's insane.
Passing and rushing.
They're fast. They hit. They have young people. They all play close. Now, there are weaknesses, but I don't think Dart in his first ever game is going to quite figure them out. And bigger than that, I don't know if Dayball is going to figure them out. But there were weaknesses last week in the Chargers defense. They were letting up some bombs when you play all tight bombs. And Minter is known for playing tight man coverage, blitzing, all that stuff. And the Broncos had opportunities. So will they leave Malik Neighbors on an island, leave an opportunity? Maybe, but I just think Dart, I just can't take him before I know how good he is. And I know what Herbert's doing right now. And I know the Giants suck. So, you know. Could he change it? I think there's a possibility Jackson Dart is very good. I think that the Giants have opportunities. I think if this wasn't his first ever start, there'd be a chance they could win this game. I actually think in the back of my mind they still could win this game. But I think there's a bigger chance that they lose by 14 because it's his first ever game and they're going up against one of the best defenses in the league. And I don't think Dayball is going to be good enough to exploit the weaknesses that Sean Payton found because Sean Payton was calling crazy plays, but they were open down the field. And I think that's something to look out for as we talk about the Chargers. We know that hardball teams have flaws, and that if you find them, they're not great at adjusting to said flaws in the middle of action. But I think actually in this case, for what the Giants do, it's going to be so obvious that they're going to be more cognizant of it. They're going to be a little bit back on Neighbors because they just throw it up all the time to the guy. Scatterboo, by the way, for the Giants, he had a good game too. They have weapons. Yeah. I actually think they're going to have a little bit of a run, and I think this game might be kind of touch and go for a little bit, or it could be a blowout. So I'm going to take the Chargers because either way, I think they're going to cover the 7.
Yeah, I picked the Giants last week and not going to do that again.
Run it back, boys!
So I see them winning, get a close win. You know, the Cowboys, I didn't know they were quite as ass as they are.
Turbo, run that shit back.
But
run that shit back, Turbo.
The Cowboys fooled me because they had the good game against the Eagles, and then they were fucking...
Which is ridiculous that fooled you because they got our best player ejected and then cheated the entire game. And then when we were about to start rolling them, the game got delayed. But go ahead.
But, I was fooled by Dallas.
I wasn't that fooled by Dallas. I thought they could beat the Bears. I didn't think that the Giants were good. Yeah, you were really fooled. You were bamboozled, sir. You fell for the glitz and the glam on that one. That's crazy.
So...
I watched you do it.
Not gonna pick the Giants.
I used your face after picking them as the thumbnail. It was like Giants spread on one end, and on the other end was you just going like this.
Yeah.
Perfect. It was great stuff. As soon as you did it, you knew.
Yeah.
Live in real time, you're like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Yeah.
You're not doing that again?
Nah.
You didn't like that?
Nah.
They got dart, bro.
Didn't feel great.
Darts.
It feel great. I gotta see Dart throw some darts before I pick them to dart teams up.
Philadelphia Eagles, they went out. They're now 3-0. They came from behind against the Rams 26-7 last week. Jalen Hurts said, all right, you want me to throw? I'll throw the ball. He actually got into it with the offense coordinator, so I'll throw the ball. 2 blocked field goals, huge in the win. 1 by Jalen Carter, 1 by Jordan Davis, which he took back for a touchdown. 2 win Tony the Tiger, a huge spread, which kept us tied. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. He's just going to keep.
Definitely unnecessary, but
he
really did not need to do that.
Yes, he did. He had to do it because fuck them. Fuck everybody who ain't us.
There you go.
Don't give a fuck about nothing but the birds.
Okay, so you want them to run it up. That was a run up move for sure.
Well, first off, I think they're trolling. That's the biggest thing about the Eagles is I think they're actually trolling people.
Okay.
So, but going to Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers have beaten the Eagles the last 3 times they've played them. Todd Bowles is very good against James Hurts, and Baker Mayfield is playing like an MVP candidate. They are also 3-0. Baker breaks off a 30-yard run every game now. He really actually does this. And he'll save it for the biggest time of the game, but that's been huge for them. Mike Evans, though, hurts. Ibuka, he's new. He's been snapping. Bucky Irvin, we know the weapons. I believe Chris Godwin comes back. I think
they said like week 5 or week 6.
I'll look into it. I heard that he might be coming back, but that could have just been them chit-chatting about other things. Let's see. But either way, I don't pick this game because it's my team. So, Tony, El Tigre, who you got?
What's the spread?
They said may return. Has a strong chance to return week 4. Chris Godwin. The spread is 3.5 Eagles.
Whoa, that's a tough one because the way that the Buccaneers have been playing. They've had close games and they've been playing. Let me see. So they played the Texans. They
won by 1.
They played the Falcons, who just lost.
They won by 3.
Then who was the other team?
The Jets.
Yeah, let me pick the Eagles. All right, there we go. I just needed to hear the teams that they played.
Watching them against the Jets, they have issues on that defensive side of the ball. Now, again, Todd Bowles is really good. He is the best defense coordinator in the league against Jalen Hurts. He is. But in those games recently, A.J. Brown wasn't there. And they just remembered that A.J. Brown exists. So we'll see what that means because I think they do have weaknesses in that secondary. One thing they're very good at is stopping the run. And it took the Jets all game to start getting that going. Tyrod Taylor struggled. I think they got a pick 6 against them. But they also let up 20 points, right? So, and again, Jalen Hurts isn't Tyrod Taylor as much as people would like you to believe that.
Oh, you mean they're not the same player?
No. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. Hopefully we get the win. Go Birds. We don't play well against the Buccaneers, so I would love it. Tony the Tigers team, the Indianapolis Colts, and Indiana Jones, Daniel Diamond Jones out here. What can you say about the Colts, right? Like, Tony has called it from the beginning. He said the Colts were going to be real Super Bowl contenders, and ever since he said that on the first week, they heard him. They've locked in, and he said, what am I going to do? Not pick the Colts? This is the best quarterback that the Colts have had since Peyton Manning. He said, fuck Andrew Luck. They got Daniel Dimes now. They have dimes. He said Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the league, an integral part to the team. And he said that the Colts would smash everyone in their path. And so far up to this point, they have done almost that. They got a little lucky week 2 at leverage call, but they have smoked very bad teams. But what they're going up against week 4, not a bad team. The Los Angeles Rams, they did just lose in crushing fashion to the Eagles. But they're still 2-1. They've only lost to the defending champs by 7. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, those guys have been snapping. Jared Burst forced a fumble, got a touchdown last week. They really did still go crazy. Sean McVay, still one of the best coaches in the league. Tony, I think I already know who you got.
What's the spread?
3.5 Rams. What do you mean, what's the spread? What's the spread? What's the spread, guys?
I need to know what the spread is.
Do you?
I need to remember what teams they've played. So the Colts played the Texans.
Yes.
The Dolphins.
Yes.
And I forget who.
The Broncos.
The Broncos. They did beat the Broncos. And then the Rams have played the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Cardinals. Is that who they played?
No. Eagles, Falcons, Texans.
Eagles, Falcons.
No, I'm sorry, Rams. You're right. I'm sorry. No, they didn't play the Cardinals. They played the Titans and the Texans. Titans, Texans. God damn.
Titans, Texans, and Eagles. It's not a great indicator of how good either of these teams are. Gonna go with, you know what? I don't know how good the Rams really are. They did go up crazy on the Eagles, but they did also lose that game. And the Colts defense has been good. You know, I believe Bo Nix is better than all those teams that they've played so far. And they have the losing spread, so even if it's a 1 or 2 point game, then...
You said Bo Nix? You mean Matthew Stafford?
No, Bo Nix, because the Colts played... I'm saying I think Bo Nix is better than either... the 2 games that the Rams won. I'm going off the games that they won. So they beat the Texans and they beat the Titans.
This math is crazy. Go ahead.
So
I'm following
the
you.
Colts.
Okay.
I had to think about it, though.
Yeah.
But that's definitely not a lock.
Going with the Colts. I like it, actually. I think their defense is very good. It's been very good so far this season. Now, they had some trouble against Bo Nix, but underrated thing, and maybe this was the Eagles crowd, but Stafford was not good last week, and he also was getting banged up, and I think he had a calf injury at some point in the game.
Old man behavior.
And I think from a weapons, I think these teams are very even from a offensive coach standpoint. I think Steichen is that good at calling plays. I watched him against the Titans. Like, wow, this is pretty easy. Wide open shit.
And the Titans defense.
I think the Rams have better wide receiver weapons, but I don't think the Colts wide receiver weapons are trash. Like, I don't. They've been too good in fantasy for too long around too many bummy quarterbacks. Yeah. And they have Tyler Warren, who is definitely a weapon. Plus, they have the best running back, John Taylor. I think they have a better O-line. Daniel Jones can actually move.
He can.
And I think the defense is there. I think the Rams defense is better. I think the Rams D-line definitely can impact the game, but the Colts offensive line is good enough to make sure that doesn't quite happen. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I've seen the Rams kind of get a little lit up. And, yeah, 3.5 is a lot. 3.5 is a lot.
And Daniel Jones has been playing like a top 10 quarterback so far this season. And I can't quite say the same for Stafford.
No. The Jacksonville Jaguars. This team, what can you say about this team? Not much. They beat the Texans 17-10. They did their job. They lost to the Bengals without Joe Burrow in week 2. What happened week 1? Oh, they beat Bryce Young when he was having one of those Bryce Young moments.
Yeah.
Playing the Niners. No Nick Bosa. He's out for the year. But they gritted through that last game against the Cardinals, found a way to win it. Mac Jones should be starting again. They're 3-0. They did with wins over the Seahawks, the Saints, and the Cardinals. The Niners are at home. The Jags have some dysfunction. Do I go first or you go first?
You go first.
I'm taking the Niners.
What's the spread?
3.
3?
Yeah. Taking the Niners.
San Fran 3?
Yes. Okay. San Fran -3. Taking the Niners. I like what they have. I know there's no Bosa. I don't really care. This is it. This is the game. This is when it's going to happen. Tony?
This is when it's going to happen.
This is when it's going to happen.
You're going to bench him?
No, not benching him. But Trevor's going to give us a couple.
Oh, okay.
Trevor's going to give us a Fred Warner pick and some random safety. It's happening. He's been itching toward it, but the defense has been so good that he hasn't had to do it. But that one game when he was playing a bad defense and he had to kind of do it, didn't do it.
No.
And I think the 49ers offense is better than the Texans offense, or who the fuck else they play? The Panthers. They have receivers, they have weapons, they have a running back. Pearsall, by the way.
Oh yeah, Pearsall's been crazy.
He's a dog. He's a monster. Every third down, they're going to him. You know it, they know it, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Hey,
it's
look,
crazy.
If you get shot and come back in like 2 weeks, bro, then you're just a different breed.
Fitty Pearsall, man.
There you go. Many men.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the 49ers really do have a completely destroyed roster.
Oh, it's wrecked.
But at the end of the day, with this destroyed roster, they keep winning games, and Mac Jones has been playing better. You know what? If the Jaguars beat the Bengals, I would have picked the Jaguars. But because they lost to the Bengals, I'm picking the 49ers. And that one game was all I needed to see.
That one game has had a lot of things coming out. There's people, Brian Thomas clearly hearing the noise. He dropped another pass last week. There's people, the announcers are talking about it because of that blow up, because they lost to the Bengals.
They lost to the Burrowless
Bengals.
When a guy threw
the Burrowless 3-interception Bengals. That's how bad Trevor Lawrence was. And they only barely beat a team with no O-line by 7.
Yeah, I can't believe in them at all.
Not yet.
They just.
And Trevor's still Trevor.
And they chose the wrong quarterback, unfortunately. Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Better.
Mac Jones revenge game?
Yeah, I believe so. Mac Jones is better.
Yeah. Oh man. Ravens. Chiefs.
I don't pick these games.
You don't pick these games. I just pointed to you, because you're the Ravens fan. The Ravens are a wreck. Their fans are lost. Look at him. He has to do some woosah shit just as soon as we mention the name. It's a mess. John Harbaugh, hopefully he'll get fired at the end of the year. Hopefully for Ravens fans. They got Derrick Henry, can't hold on to the ball. The defense is god-awful. They let up 225 rushing yards last game. And 4 rushing touchdowns. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs, who they're playing, they don't have any running backs. But what they will do is they will just take those 5 yards. And the Ravens are willing to concede anything. They have no, unless you're the Browns, you can walk up and down this bitch.
Yeah, you gotta be the worst offense in the whole league to not score points against us.
At Kansas City. And you want to know the craziest thing? God, this one's free.
Oh, yeah, we're favored.
The Ravens are favored by 2.5 at Kansas City. Why? For what reason? You know who that's disrespectful to? That's not even disrespectful to the Chiefs. That's disrespectful to the Chargers and the Eagles to me. To just think that because the Chiefs have 2 losses to 2 teams that are complete teams and have played smart this year and have clutched out against other teams. The Chargers clutched up against the Broncos, right? And the Eagles clutched up against the Rams. So to assume that because both of them needed to clutch up against the Chiefs.
And there's one thing that the Ravens will never, ever, 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 ever do. In the Harbaugh era as a coach.
Yeah.
And that is clutch up.
Yes.
He actually has the most, double-digit blowouts. Well, double-digit blown leads in NFL history. Now, he's been a coach for a long time, so that plays a role in it. But, when that's on your resume, shout out Doc Rivers, then, that's the sign to get rid of somebody.
I mean, he's just not as good of a coach as Sirianni and his brother. He's not. And so the Chiefs are going to do something that the Ravens aren't expecting. The Ravens will not adjust to it, and they'll lose this game. The Chiefs just have to do one thing. It could be on offense or defense. One thing that the Ravens are not expecting, and the Ravens will not adjust to it. I watched them not know how to deal with a QB spy for 3 hours last night. Or a run up the middle. It was really bad. And the run up the middle, you can't adjust to that, unfortunately. That's just D tackles and linebackers. And weirdly, that's where normally the Ravens are strong at. They're just paper soft now. They have Roquan, who tries his best, but my God, he's one guy. And they have Kyle Hamilton, who's kind of a linebacker, but he's not a linebacker. Like their D line does nothing. They had 0 sacks last week, so that means Mahomes is going to also get all day to throw the ball. And then the secondary sucks.
Let's put this into perspective, right? Let's really think about this. Jared Goff,
Yeah.
0 sacks.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
5 sacks.
Wrong.
4 sacks.
Wrong.
6?
7. He got sacked 7 times.
Damn. Holy shit. Oh,
Yeah.
You already had that down.
Yeah.
Bro. So we were saying the fastest
That might be my lock. I'm not even going to lie to you.
the fastest quarterback of all time, sacked 7 times. Probably a bottom 3 slowest quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Sacked 0 times.
Yeah.
I'm only putting him over Stafford and Flacco.
Rodgers?
Okay. Well, he's bottom 5. He's the only people he's faster than are people over the age of like 35.
Valid. Nah, it's really crazy. It's kind of nuts. And for them to be favored, I don't understand it. But every time I do this, I'm wrong. This would be one hell of a game for them to win. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't even...
Because they do suck, though, too.
The Chiefs do suck, but they're just going to just be boring. And the Ravens, that just drives them crazy. I don't even think the Chiefs need to be boring. I think the Chiefs are going to score. Like, the Ravens' defense, defense is awful. I think the Chiefs are going to score like 27. And you know what that's enough? That's going to be enough to do? Cover this fucking spread, in my opinion. The Ravens' offense does score, though.
No, the offense is there. They've scored 40, 40, and
30.
So they are going to put points on the board.
Still taking the Chiefs, though.
That is crazy. 40, 40, 30, 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah, trash.
That's a sign of a horrible defense.
Name Harbaugh, man. Name John.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Jeez, I didn't even think about it like that, bro.
That's why I thought I'm like, they're going to score. I was like, they're going to score. I just assumed they could get a stop. They couldn't. Like, they could probably put some pressure on Jared Goff. Nope.
Not a single sack.
Bro was vibing. Bears, Raiders.
Duck Bears.
They're not bums.
Nope.
They're not bums.
Nope.
They went out. They won a game. They beat the Cowboys.
They did.
Put the smackdown on them.
They did.
300 yards, 4 passing touchdowns for Caleb Williams. Roma Dunze was getting in. Ben Johnson was cooking. They ran a flea flicker.
Went crazy.
Yeah, Roma Dunze was cooking. They ran a flea flicker. Loveland got a catch. A touchdown, I believe. No, it might have been Komet. Might have been both of them. Everyone was getting one. Going up against the Raiders, who, my God, the Raiders they suck. They're really bad.
Yeah, man. I don't know why. I didn't know people had them in playoff consideration until you told me that. But I'm like, why exactly? And then just like watching it, I'm like, damn, they can't do anything on offense. Their defense has never been good.
You know why they can't do anything on offense?
No offensive line.
No offensive line.
And Geno isn't very fast himself. They have a rookie running back that can't do anything because there's no offensive line. And
Brock Bowers can't do anything because Geno doesn't have time to throw the ball because there's no offensive line.
Yeah, their receivers.
Jacoby Myers is sitting out there getting cardio.
Yeah,
he'll get some catches.
Line.
Yeah.
Trey Tucker, and all them garbage time points, all them that man had a great game.
I mean, watching the Raiders, Who the fuck did they play? I even forget who they played. They were just getting smoked. I forget who they played because they were just there. Commanders. God, they lost by 17 of the Commanders, dude.
The Jaden Daniels
list. Daniel list. Commanders put up 41 on them.
41. Not great. Not a great sign.
They're bad in the trenches.
They're bad.
They're bad
everywhere.
Kind of everywhere, yeah.
You know, they have a lot of potentially good skill players. Brock Bowers is obviously a very potentially good tight end, and Ashton Genty is a very potentially good running back.
The other thing too, by the way, they were undisciplined. Like, they were doing dumb shit, which they're the Raiders.
Yeah.
But like Pete Carroll, like, what exactly are you doing well other than signing Geno Smith? And that's not a great thing right now. It's not a great thing.
I'm sorry. Said I coached him in Seattle. Yeah. I'm gonna coach him over here.
Yeah.
I know how Geno operates.
But this is scaring me. I'm not gonna come in here overconfident. I'm going to not do this. But yeah. The Raiders are favored -1.5. I have no idea what Vegas knows.
Yeah.
I don't even see it. I'm trying to think of like the path. The path is Caleb is bad.
Yeah.
That is the path for the Raiders to win the game.
Yeah.
Because the Bears defense, like, okay, yes. Did they get cooked against the Lions? Yes.
Yeah.
Can the Raiders do that? No. Not the way the Lions can. They don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's what was cooking them.
Yeah.
They don't have any receivers to exploit because the Bears secondary is hurt. And other than that, and like a quarter against the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy, the defense has been good. Like, they didn't let Dak cook them. Now, CeeDee Lamb was out, but that's to the point. They had a team, CeeDee Lamb, looking more like the Raiders are about to look, with no dominant. Pickens is still better than any receiver that the Raiders have.
And that you could argue Dak is over Geno Smith for sure.
Dak is better than Geno Smith, yes.
Yeah.
I just feel like that the Bears, I don't think that they figured out their season, but this, coming after you get to play the Cowboys, you get to practice some open passes. Now you get some more open passes. And then you get this team that's just bad on the trenches on both ends. Yeah, give me the Bears. The only thing scaring me is that the Raiders are favored.
I'm gonna go with the Bears too.
That is scaring me.
Man,
oh my God, these are crazy.
Just gonna go confidently with it. I just think that in a league where talent and quarterbacks and whatnot matter, I just think that Caleb is better and he has better weapons. DJ Moore and Rome Odunze, you know, I believe in them more, and even DeAndre Swift, like, other people on the Bears offense can do something.
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah, weapons.
As a player, as somebody that has Raiders players in fantasy.
Yeah, you watch them not do shit.
I watch them not do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they'll stick me. Can you move? Can you do something? Are you alive? So, yeah.
We're agreeing on a lot of these. It's scaring me. But we've been bad regardless, actually, so it doesn't really matter, huh?
We'll get some wrong. We'll get some
we've been slightly below average. We're not losing you too much money. Packers, oh boy, undefeated. Life comes at you fast, man.
Yeah.
Life comes at you fast. They went to the road, said they were going to go undefeated. Second they said that, I should have fucking known. I was just as overconfident as them, and they went and they lost. They actually lost my spread in the last.
They said that after, though.
Huh?
They said that after, didn't they?
No, they said that before the Browns game.
I thought they said it I thought they said like before the game itself, not like a week before or anything like that.
They said it about like in the middle of the week before the game. Before
we did our picks.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. They were quick with it. They were feeling great after they beat the Commanders, dude. Because remember, they had a longer week. The Commanders Thursday. But they went out, went on the road, lost to the Browns. Now they're complaining again. The Browns, fucking, they're doing weird shit with the snap.
The last 2 games they've lost, they've complained, huh?
Yeah.
Not a great sign.
Pusses. Going up against the Cowboys, who just lost by 17. Not very good. Micah versus the Cowboys. Sunday night football. CeeDee Lamb will be out this game. Tony, El Tigre, who you got?
What is the spread?
7 Green Bay.
Yeah, the Cowboys defense is not the Browns defense. I saw the Giants put up 35. I just saw the Bears put up about 35, if not the same thing. So I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think Micah is gonna be very hateful in his return.
Yeah.
And I feel like, Jordan Love can do some Jordan Love stuff, but I don't think it's going to matter because that pass rush is crazy. Dak can't move as well as he used to be able to, and he only has one receiver now. And his running backs, Javonte's cool, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to go with the Packers.
This is it. I'm calling it right now. It's my lock of the week. I get to pick against Dallas. I get Green Bay off a loss. I get Micah coming back. I get Jordan Love doing what he wants to do best, which is throwing these deep, wide-open bombs that the Cowboys love giving up. My God, every team they play against is wide-open bombs. Who likes to throw it deep more than Jordan Love? After a week where he had to be restrained and they lost, now he gets to just let it rip, and guess what he's not going to have? Any D-line on his ass. The Cowboys don't have any D-line. They don't really have anything. Them being only a 7-point spread is kind of surprising to me. It should be more like 11.5 to 12. But that's Cowboy love. Now, can Dak magically do something? They do have I just don't think they're going to be able to move the fucking ball. Not without CeeDee. Not against that defense. Even though they lost the game, the Packers defense has not looked bad for a second this season.
Nope.
Not a single second. I don't think that starts now. The Cowboys defense has not looked good for a single second this year. Not a second. Not even a millisecond. So, yeah, I'm taking, that's my lock. That's my lock of the week. The Packers are going to smoke them, bro. And I'm going to get my first lock of the week right.
There you go.
Sunday night.
Well, that's a lot of confidence there.
I got to be confident with one of these, right?
Yeah.
We're taking the Packers back-to-back weeks. I need you guys to win a game. So, I just feel like Jordan Love's just going to have just everybody the fuck open. And that's what he loves to do. He couldn't do it last week. Those were the plays he had to take out of the playbook. All the bombs. They didn't throw them.
Yeah.
Looking back, they probably should have thrown like one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does, but and then the game plays out and you're like, oh, my quarterback's kind of a spaz.
Yeah.
He wants it. So instead of throwing the pick deep, he throws it short. That's what happened. God, but I'm taking him this week. I think Jordan Love is a front runner, and once they get the lead, he doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. He just did it last week.
Front runner. I think he just wants to throw the ball. I think he just has fun with it, bro.
That's true.
I think
when I say front runner, I don't mean like he'll play better ahead. I mean he's ahead. Okay, he's more of a run it up guy. Maybe front runner is the wrong term. He's going to air it out.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to want to smoke the Cowboys, specifically Micah. He's not going to be happy with a 7-point win. He wants to beat these guys by fucking 20. And he wants Dak to get sacked oh man, the first Micah Dak sack. That's going to be something right there.
Yeah.
Hold your saliva in, Micah.
Yes, man. CeeDee was like, I don't even feel like playing this next game.
Yeah.
I don't feel like dealing with this.
Oh, man, this is going to be one of our tougher spreads of the week, although I think we're just going to do the same thing here. But this is a tough one. Jets. Tyrod Taylor, they ended up losing by 2 last week to the Buccaneers. Justin Fields out. What can you say? They're just jetting this year. They lost to the Steelers week 1. They got smoked by the Bills, and they lost to the Bucs. Not terrible losses, but losses. The Dolphins lost by 10 to the Bills and then got stomped by the Colts, the best team in the league. And then what happened? Who else did they lose to? Both these teams are 0. They lost to the Patriots. God, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
It's a real bad loss.
Yeah.
Dolphins at home, favored 2.5.
Oh, Miami. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that. I gotta believe they're gonna win a fucking game. I can't believe they're just gonna go 0-17.
Why?
They have to win one game. I will say, I believe in their offense a little more. Their defense is water. So is the Jets, man. Both these teams just fucking suck. But the Dolphins at least look like they have been trending up, and the Jets have been trending down.
I know the Jets are trending down. Their quarterback got hurt. They played much better against the Bucs.
They played so bad against
the Bills. I guess the Dolphins
defense also sucks.
That's true.
The Bills' defense is also horrible. Now, Fields was horrible. Tyrod didn't really play much until the very end of that game, but I said that with confidence. But
no, you didn't. Who told you that?
No, I didn't say that.
Did you think you said that with? You didn't say that with any confidence at all. No bravado.
It definitely wasn't my.
No bravery in your bravado.
Definitely wasn't my Dolphins Colts.
Yeah.
Wasn't that.
You're a little tempered.
Yeah.
3 weeks in of watching Dolphins football.
Like I think they're gonna win the game, but they should win the fucking game.
Jets, Jets. We're doing it.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
I'm taking them, bro.
There you go.
I'm taking the fucking Jets.
There you go. There we got some.
Because all that shit you said sounds cool, and the Jets suck.
Yeah, but so do the Patriots. So, well, we know the Colts don't now.
Yeah.
We know the Bills. We know the Bills don't. They did lose to the Patriots.
And Tua lost them that Bills game.
Yeah.
Tyrod might be better than Tua right now. That too.
He might be.
And their running game, they're going to be able to run the ball. Now, the Dolphins are going to try to run the ball. Something about it, dude. My sense is just going off. Give me Jets. 2.5. That means I could lose by 2. I'll take it.
There you go.
Honestly.
There you go.
This one's tough. Fucking goddamn. The Bengals and Browning. Hopefully, Coach went in there, told bro to chill. Because this one cooked you last week, didn't it? It did. Yeah.
Goddamn.
48-10. Rough John.
It's when you lose faith in a player.
Yeah. In an organization.
Yeah. I thought Jamar and all of them mattered. I guess your receivers only matter as much as your quarterback matters.
Yes. Well, I mean, when your quarterback is just giving the ball away.
I'm telling you, the only player that can do stuff without anybody is Justin Jefferson, man. That's why he's my number one.
Yeah. Going against the Broncos. Now, the Broncos, they have issues. I'm going to tell you, they have one issue. One. Yeah. The dude can't. It's not the receivers.
No.
This dude can't. He can't. He's in his head now. I don't want to say he can't play because last year he could play. Sean Payton talked like an idiot. And now this dude is shook. Week 1, 3 picks. Week 2, they got a lead. He throws a pick. And then last week, he didn't throw a pick. He's just going to airmail every deep pass. He's going to miss every deep pass.
I saw somebody call him the modern-day Brett Favre, which I thought was crazy because Jordan Love exists. But they were like, he's just going to throw the ball. I guess they didn't watch him last year because he didn't do that last year. But this year, they were just like, he's just going to throw the ball.
That's also disrespectful. Everyone's not fucking Brett. Like, that's disrespectful to Brett Favre.
I think
like everyone is
the gunslinger mentality.
No, because he's not a gunslinger. I'm gonna tell you why he's not a gunslinger. The whole thing about being a gunslinger is, all right, I'm going to throw this reckless-ass pass, and someone's going to catch it. Dead ass. My guy's going to catch it, or someone's going to pick it. It's not going to hit the ground, right? Like, when you think gunslinger, think about it.
Yeah.
It's, you're throwing a lot of picks, but they throw a lot of touchdowns, too.
Yeah.
Bo Nix was just scared. Not a gunslinger.
Jordan Love, gunslinger.
Gunslinger. Someone's catching this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing this shit for no reason. Someone's got to catch this fucking pass.
That's why I was saying Jordan Love exists. That's why I'm like, that's a bad comparison.
Jordan Love is easily the number one gunslinger. I'm trying to think of... Let me look. Bo Nix is not a gunslinger. Like Penix almost could be a gunslinger. He's just not accurate enough. He wants to be a gunslinger. Penix wants to be that. The ball just sails on him every time. He just throws it 10 yards out of bounds. You know? But he wants to be. I mean, honestly, you know who's a gunslinger? Be honest. More gunslingery than Bo Nix. Not a compliment, by the way. But it's just Trevor Lawrence is more gunslingery. Trev is going to Trev is going to throw that shit and someone will catch it. You do not know who. Russ is more of a gunslinger. It's more of a water pistol.
Gino.
Gino is a gun. Exactly.
Throwing that motherfucker, man.
Someone's catching this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, y'all caught it? All right, bet. I got something for that.
Gino might be number 2 after.
Yeah, Gino is number 2. That's a great point. Escape the mind. Gino be just. Gino will throw it. Cam Ward is kind of gunslinger.
I was thinking him, but I didn't want to call him that in his 3 games, but he do be throwing that bitch.
But Cams are actually so fast where that shit's just gonna hit the ground.
Yeah.
Bo is not that. Bo looks scared right now. The passes he missed were all deep passes, and he missed them all far. So maybe he's a gunslinger. He's just trying to throw the ball as far as possible. But I think the reason he's doing that is as a correction for week 1. In week 1, where he threw 3 picks. And then week 2, where he threw a pick at the end of the game. And then last week, he just looked scared. Like, he hit one of the deep passes. I'm telling you, it was one of the most jarring things I saw all weekend. I guess, whatever this is. It's Tuesday now. But one of the most jarring things I saw from the weekend of football was Bo Nix sailing 4 wide open Sean Payton passes. 4. I counted them. The first one, I'm like, whoa, he just missed an easy touchdown. Sean Payton dialed him up a touchdown every possession, and he missed every single one. He didn't hit any of them, except for the one really, really wide open one. The one where there's like no one within, but there would be a couple of them would be a receiver, a cornerback, and then the boundary, right?
Yeah.
But like a lot of room, plenty of space, not really. Any top 15 quarterback is hitting that pass. I'm telling you, like it was that bad. Gino's hitting that pass, those open ass passes he had. They weren't super far. They were like 40 yards open, hit the throw. He missed every time. Including one at the end of the game where they were up 7 and he just smoked it. All that being said, he's going to have about 4 or 6 more opportunities to hit those passes this week against the Bengals defense. So I'm going to take the Broncos. I say Bo Nix hits a couple of those passes. But Sean Payton has work to do. He fucked this situation up by not really knowing who Bo Nix is. A little history lesson before you go and you pick the Broncos. A little history lesson.
We could just skip it then.
Bo Nix has gone out here, and in college, he used to play at Auburn. He played at Auburn. He was like a freshman. They really hyped up one of his games against Alabama. He folded terribly. He just stayed unbeknownst, you know what I mean, in Auburn for the next 4 years, chilling. Anytime they'd have any little bit of, he's going to win the game, they would lose. He then went to Oregon to transfer. Oregon, they had him in the Heisman Trophy candidacy until the end of the season when he started folding. Last year, Bo Nix, great. Under pressure. No one's talking about me. No one sees anything. Oh, then it started happening. Bo Nix, he might be one of the best rookies. Look at him. He's like, I don't know about Jaden Daniels. Racist people. I don't know about Jaden Daniels. It could be Bo Nix type shit. And the second that started happening, what happened? He started happening a little bit in the playoffs. He did nothing. And then Sean Payton all offseason was like, I drafted the next superstar. And it's not even that. I didn't see the quote until recently because I'd seen it and then I re-saw it recently. He said, I have only had in my career 6 teams that I thought could win a Super Bowl. This is one of those teams. Bo Nix has never done that. He's never won a championship. He's never been a part of it. Like, even when Jalen Hurts was a part of a championship team in college, he was there. You know, like Nick Saban. Like Bo Nix never had that. Now he had Dan Lanning, who could be that at some point, but he had the Auburn situation. And Bo Nix in himself you're seeing it right now, not super confident. Actually, take that. Week 1, he was really fucking confident. He was like, you know what? I believe you, Sean. You know, I believe I'm great. And I believe we're going to go win Super Bowl. And they threw 3 fucking picks with a fumble. Confident shot. Because he tried to do too much instead of just playing the game. So they're going to have a reclamation project to do with that. You know? It's kind of trickling into the rest of the season. Because Bo Nix in week 2, they should have beat the Colts. And he threw a pick up 5. Like, it was there. And then it could have just kicked the field goal, been up 8. And then Daniel Jones would have had it. But they didn't. They didn't do that. And they have some issues here. They're 1-2. I haven't said that. We brought up the Broncos and who's beaten them, who's lost to them. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that was the Broncos. They're a 1-2 football team. They've lost to 2 very good teams, but the losses were self-inflicted quarterback losses.
Yeah.
They were self-inflicted, Bo Nix fucking the game up losses. And the only team they beat was a team that just couldn't execute normal plays because all the Titans call are run around. Cam Ward, make some shit happen. They don't run the ball. They don't call screens. They don't motion. They don't do anything that would make the game any easier. They're like, Cam Ward, you have a cannon. We need you to run in a circle and fucking find somebody, dude. And you know what he does sometimes? He does it sometimes. Yeah. But the Broncos are a little too good for him to do that, too.
Finds A.O. Manor,
whatever
his name is.
He'll run in a fucking circle and throw it halfway across the field, and they'll catch it. Gunslinger.
And at the end of the day, he threw 3 picks one week.
Yeah.
But he didn't throw 3 picks back-to-back weeks. So for that very reason, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm like, all right, bro. No, the craziest thing was, not only did he throw 3 picks the first week, Joe Burrow played the first half.
Oh, that's a great point. Tony, you're cooking. Understated point about that game. Yes, he did only start. He only played a half. Yeah,
he threw 3 interceptions with that. I was actually I wasn't like watching the game, but I was stat watching. I was like, wait, didn't Burrow just get hurt? Why does he have a pick already? And then I saw he had another.
Jake was like, fuck him. It's finally my time. Let me fucking sling this shit. That's the biggest gunslinger in the league, bro. That's Jake Browning is a gunslinger. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, no, that's the definition of not no fucking Bo Nix. Jake Browning, gunslinger.
Damn motherfucker. He won't do that damn ball.
I think he wants to be known as a gunslinger.
I think he wants to be known, bro.
Yeah. We know him.
You know, I didn't know him.
That's
why I picked him last week, because I didn't. Now I know him.
It's so funny. I was like red alerting. I was like, you don't know this guy, dude. He won a game and he threw 3 picks. It's gonna get worse. He's gonna die. He's gonna. You know what's gonna happen this week? He's gonna try so hard the first half not to do it, and then just the second half, when they're down like 10, he's gonna. All right, fuck this shit, dude. Someone's got to catch this shit. Tired of fucking this bullshit.
So what happened?
You think I'm out here to throw that shit to hit the ground?
Against the worst defense, he threw 3 picks, then had 2 interceptions. Then against a better defense, and then had 2 touchdowns. And then against a better defense, he threw 3 picks and had 0 touchdowns.
Take away those touchdowns.
Now you just look like you're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Which you might just.
Well, he is. So it's kind of.
Like, goddamn. Bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the spread for this Broncos came out. I don't even care.
7.5 Broncos?
I don't even care.
I can't interest you in the Bengals? You look like a Bengal. You don't want the Bengals?
I can't pick my twin. God damn.
Yeah. I think for half a second there was talk of, like, is Joe Burrow overrated after, they beat the Jags, and that's just gone because, my God, if this is the other side, they'll be drafting another Joe Burrow if they don't have him. They'll just pick another one at this point. They immediately went back to being one of the worst teams in the league. I think they get smoked. I mean, we're not supposed to laugh at these teams.
Nah, I'm kidding.
But, yeah, I can tell. You've been giggling.
Damn, the Bengals are just fucking bad. Holy shit.
Yeah. Bad defense, bad offense, bad special teams.
I feel bad because I have Chase Brown, bro. I had to bench that man.
I told you didn't listen. I said it when I was talking about the fantasy players. I was like, Joe Burrow, be worried about that. Well, I was like, Joe Burrow, Chase Higgins, Chase Brown fans, I'm warning you. And the whole chat and you were like, well, Chase Brown. I'm like, I had him on my fantasy team. He's trash. I'm watching the games. He doesn't score. When they were scoring, when everyone else was scoring, what was he doing? Catching passes and not scoring.
That's what I need. I just wanted my cool little 10,
well,
15
Jake
points.
Browning doesn't do checkdowns, baby. He lets that bitch fly. So,
Chase Brown got me 15 points when the one game Joe Burrow played. Now Joe Burrow's out 3 months. And I'm like, wow.
Oh, damn. Didn't you have a class at 6?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's already over.
Yeah, damn.
It is what it is.
All right. Well, what's your lock of the week before we
Wait, is that the last game?
That is the last game.
Oh, wow.
You can still catch it.
No, it's too late. Let me look at all the games again.
I'm taking Packers over the Cowboys. Packers, I really need you guys to do it, though, this week, man. Every other week, y'all can be ass, and I won't pick you as a lock, but, like, come on, man.
Let's see.
I need.
My lock of the week.
Yeah.
You know what, bro?
Oh, my God.
Bo Nix, you're up.
Wow. Now I'm fucking scared. Not a lock, bro. It's
Bo
Monday
Nix,
Night
you're
Football, too.
All the eyes are going to be on him as Jake Browning goes.
Well, there's 2 Monday Night Football games, but no one's going to watch Jets-Dolphins, I hope. I actually have to watch that game. I'll watch
all
it.
the games.
Yeah.
I'll watch every game that exists.
Yeah. That's my job.
There you go.
Bo Nix is a lock. It's crazy.
Going with Bo Nix.
But, I mean, goddamn it. It's Jake Browning.
They got all the weapons.
My man lost by 40 to Carson Wentz in 2025.
I just can't believe in that, bro. The Broncos at least have a good defense.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I've seen is that, damn, if he sucks against a bad defense,
Yeah.
Surtain is gonna be eating, bro. Jamar Chase gonna be out there running, trying to get this ball, man. That shit gonna be right in Surtain's hands, bro. Oh, man.
Says Surtain's going to be Defensive Player of the Week.
He about to be Isaiah Rodgers.
Damn. Damn, not a Surtain legacy game.
Hey, look.
Underrated thing, Benito, he was smoking Herbert. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league so far this year. I think he's up there in sacks. He had 2 sacks against the Chargers and Joe Alt. So whoever the Bengals got, whatever no skin the Bengals got at left tackle is about to get destroyed. That dude's about to get cooked.
If I can watch Justin Herbert run and get smacked,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jake Browning.
Imagine Jake Browning throwing that pass that Herbert tried to throw, and he will try it. He's going to try. I'm better than him. Herbert? Fuck that guy.
The gunslinger.
Yeah. The gunslinger.
Yeah, let me bet against the gunslinger, man. I gotta bet against my twin. I'm wearing this Tiger hat. I bet on my twin last week. I gotta bet against him this week, man. He let me down.
You had so much bravado. Almost as much bravado as you have right now. Maybe Jake Browning will shock you. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe he'll.
Maybe he doesn't throw 3 interceptions.
Maybe he'll make you eat your. No, maybe he'll throw the 4 touchdowns he's been trying to throw. Them 3 picks are coming hot and heavy. But hey, look, if Bo Nix doesn't hit any of them, you got a shot.
Said them 3 picks are.
Oh, those shits
are the lock.
Bro, someone's got to catch this fucking football when I throw it. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Biggest lock of the week.
Yeah.
3 interceptions.
Over under 2.5 picks. Hammer it. Hammer it. Easy.
What a reputation you've made for yourself, Jake.
Guess who I picked up in one of my leagues? The Broncos defense. I was on it. Fuck is you talking about? What?
I need pieces. I need parts.
I need Jake Browning to be involved with my fantasy points. I saw that 30 he put up with the Vikings.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'd eat that shit.
I was like, God damn.
My man put up a 30 piece. Had the Vikings look like Jay Jettis out that bitch, bro. Amara defense.
Bro, the Vikings defense might have been top 5 in like points, bro.
Yeah, 31 is insane. Forgot them 2 touchdowns, bro. I just need one touchdown.
Fumbles.
I just need one touchdown, Jake. Just give me one and I'm straight, bro. Then just do what you gotta do. Just throw any pass you want to throw. You might even get a touchdown. That wouldn't suck
hey,
too
you're
much.
saying Bo Nix on Monday night.
Yeah.
We gotta remember it's also Jake Browning on Monday night.
I'm excited, actually. The more I think about the actual optics of this game, bro, the passes will be flying. They're gonna be going everywhere.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Chase, they can't even run the ball because they fumble so fucking much. Yeah, let that thing fly, baby.
You know what? I won't disrespect any of the starting quarterbacks, but you know what? This backup.
Nah, I disagree. We gotta disrespect Joe Flacco. That guy sucks, bro. He's fucking awful. Joe Flacco sucks. I'm sorry. He's trash.
Hey, so did Russell Wilson, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, you're right. Russell, well, he's no longer a starter.
Yeah.
But he was trash. He almost got my fucking fantasy wide receiver killed throwing it in double coverage. He actually almost got Neighbors killed, bro. Neighbors was laying on the field because he had to save his medicine ball. I'm not even kidding. He almost threw a pick and Neighbors had to go save it because the game was, still kind of in jeopardy. And then Neighbors got hurt. I'm like, oh, he's injuring their best players now. Get him the fuck out of here.
That's probably why
he had to leave. Neighbors just laying on the field. Russ looking around, and he's like, oh, shit, it's my job, isn't it? And then running up to him. You okay, dude? Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking garbage, bro. Tua is teetering, but he's giving me my Tyreek Hill points, so I'll chill on him.
There you go.
He's giving me my Tyreek Hill points at least.
There you go. Caleb won a game. Bryce won a game.
Yeah, we're chilling on them. Good job.
CJ got to win a game. I don't think it's all on him.
I don't think it's all on him, but if you lose to the Titans, I've said this for the last 2 weeks, I think, about them. Didn't I say about the Jags? Man, y'all lose to the Jags. They are packed. Now, you're smoking that Houston pack, but if they lose to... Bro, everyone might get fired if you start losing to the Titans. I'm not kidding. Not an exaggeration.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
If you start...
Have you seen the CJ Stroud meme with the guy with the Texans jersey? Hold up. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Not at all.
Oh my god, it's fucking great. They said this is CJ Stroud after his rookie year, bro.
Oh, I just see that.
That's the one, yeah. Oh my god.
He's not. Yeah, it's been a tough season for the Texans so far, man.
The second people start calling you better than Jalen Hurts, look out.
Is that what it is?
CJ is washed at 23 years old.
What about Justin Herbert, though?
He's in love. It's a little different.
Okay, you just need to find love.
Mm-hmm.
So,
although I still don't think he's better than Hurts, obviously.
Well, I'm saying, though, you said once they start saying you're better than Hurts.
But they've been saying that about him for like 6 years. And they've been wrong every year. But I think now he's in love and he can, instead of throwing 4 picks in the playoffs, he'll throw 2.
There you go.
Yeah. A real romance.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys for listening, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the preview podcast for Loom. Well, for Tony the Tiger, this was Loom. And I'll catch you.
Hey, shout out Jake Browning, man. You know what? I might even lose this lock, but it should be funny regardless.
It's going to be hilarious. You got me excited, bro. I was looking upset, but now I'm thinking of the possibilities. I don't know what's going to happen on a given play with either one of these quarterbacks. They could have a wide open fucking little 10-yard route in front of them, and they are going to throw it. Bo Nick's going to throw it over under their heads, and Browning's going to throw it into someone's hands.
Yeah. There you go. The ref might even catch you.
Yeah. Try and get the ref 15 fantasy points this week, bro.
Hey, look, if you're a fan and want to touch a ball, then go to the Bengals game.
Yo, Jake, I just need one touchdown, bro, for the fucking Broncos defense, bro. Just give me one. It couldn't even have to be a pick, bro. You can just fumble that shit. You can just let Benito sack you and just fucking... Oh, Browning, he's been so good at not turning over today, but on that play, he just got blindsided.
Do they have a third string?
That's a great question. Who's the option for Jake Browning?
Yeah,
people were saying they got to bring in Kirk, bro. It's getting time.
Kirk is still on a team playing the game.
Barely. Not because anyone wants them to be there.
Hey, look, but he went in there and played a quarter.
Yeah.
Kirk has to leave a team before.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Who's their third string?
The Bengals are a historically cheap franchise. Jake Browning, by the way, no one's heard of him because he was drafted from Washington. So their third string, their now backup quarterback because Joe Burrow's out for 3 months, is Brett Ripien.
Okay, I've heard of him.
You have?
Yeah.
I have not.
I've heard somebody last name Ripien.
That might be his dad. Played in the 80s. You're talking about Mark Ripien from the...
Nah, I think I've heard of this guy. Barely. His name sounds...
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. Regardless, they suck. He sucks.
He signed with their practice squad. Played college football at Boise State, bro. I follow college football, and I never have heard of this guy, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I think you're just making shit up.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's the Tiger hat.
You know? Oh, man. He's a perfect Bengal player. Career NFL statistics. 168 passes. 98 completions for a 58% completion percentage. 4 touchdowns. 9 picks.
That's why I've heard he's played. I think he was on like Minnesota or something. He has played the game.
My fault. He played. I missed it.
Yeah. That's why I've heard of him. Was he on Minnesota?
He's probably mentoring Jake Browning as we speak. Bro, you got to get the picks up, bro. You got to get more of them. You're not taking enough chances, Jake. You're being a pussy. Throw the ball. Throw the football up, man.
Yo, Jake Browning.
You want me to get in there and show you how it's done?
You know, Jake Browning played like last year or 2 years ago.
A couple years ago.
He didn't look this bad.
It's Brett Ripien. Showing him the ropes. Brett Ripien's been in the NFL since 2019, doing nothing but throwing picks and holding clipboards.
Damn, he's been in for 6 years.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, right? 6'2", 200. He's 29. Could have been Brett Ripien. God damn. Shit, man. I'd have just thrown some dirt balls, been 4-2. But I couldn't have been Brett Ripien. You know why? I'm not going to throw picks. And Brett doesn't give a fuck, dude. That's why he's there and I'm here. Brett went out, achieved his goal. He said, I'm going to go on the NFL field. I'm going to fight my life off, and I'm going to throw these goddamn interceptions on the biggest stage. And no one's going to stop me. And Jake Browning, hey, look.
You're too conservative, man.
I am. I lost a playoff game in Premier because I was too conservative. Not throwing the ball. I threw no picks and lost. 400 yards, no picks, but there's no defense in that game.
You know what you sound like?
Yeah.
Hardball.
That's crazy. And on that note, it's time to go. I'm kicking this guy out of my house. Goodbye. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can later.